Halo adik-adik, selamat sore, welcome back. Welcome back ke PCT Pacific lea gue ya. Sungai nonton nih DNG melawan T1. Halo harga halo. Anjay goded.
Korean teams facing off for the first time this season, T1 and Generation Gaming.
This is going to be so exciting.
Yang mau betting silakan segera dibuka T1 dan geng ya. T1 dan geng.
Either gunning for number 1 or number 2 spot here along with DRX. T1 is still, I would say, in good health as far as the progress
Selamat sore warga Instagram. Kita nomor pasti
but again, this is an old rivalry. T1 wants to come through here. They want to punch through to the top. And this is their opportunity.
Map belum. Habis ini map.
For the LCK finals. Like, no doubt about it. Come back and do it, but I mean, oh no, he fumbled it. Oh no.
It's a bad sign.
It's a bad sign. Oh my god. Well, I mean,
no, it's good. He gets all the bad juju out now. You fumble now. You don't fumble during the game.
I mean,
oh, don't drop it. Okay.
Okay, they got it. Yeah.
We've had a lot of missed fist bumps at this event so far.
These players, like, they do not want to be on camera, like, at all. Like, if they can help it, just get in and get out.
Yes.
But like, I think, like, I mean, there's a lot of interesting storylines here. Yeah, we highlighted Carpe and Goddead because of their kind of newness to each roster and the initiator presence. But obviously, everybody's going to be looking at
gimana kabar bro?
As the duelists, and both have been kind of
baik.
a little bit.
Absen lu tipis-tipis ya, lo Exnan, lo Gad, lo Rumine, lo Rio, lo Pemula Penasaran, lo XP, lo Rizky, lo Bayu, Aji, lo Vicky, lo Vita, lo Argia, lo Rizky, lo Drian, lo Baymac, lo Dharma, lo Igede, Parbiata, lo Tegar, lo Faisal, lo Kue Ape, lo Penny, lo Putu, lo Wisnu, lo Endra, lo Dani, lo Masdi, lo Apase, lo Jaraja, Palonta ID, lo Faisal, lo Paujan Najre, lo Setelan Hakim, lo David, lo Saliha, lo Just Because, lo NP2 Strong, lo Epel Bu. Anjay. Halo Tommy, halo Ade, halo Sero, halo Erlangga. Sore bro. Jangan lupa di like ya. Nurul, kupingnya swasta, halo Rahmat. Bentar, gue kayak belum ngisi ini dah. Wah konyol. Belum ngetas headset. Makasih udah di absen. Iya sama-sama, silakan donate. Wah jadi abu, iya Mat. Nah ini baru nih map nih. Kalau di band Icebox di band, sepertinya kita akan melihat Asen split. Iya nggak sih? Oh, kan Asen kan. Asen T1 guys, map 1 guys, Asen. Wah Asen Heaven, oke map default ya.
For the side of Gen G, Haven has been a map that they were able to beat best Team Secret on, so it makes sense that Gen G wants to go back into that. They looked great on
band.
Split is going to be another band.
Icebox, Fractor di band, oke
I was
mantap.
saying earlier, you know, a lot of these Korean teams are very conservative with the map picks, and we've seen this in Valorant as well as other
Menjadi
esports
decidernya adalah
titles. They will almost always default onto older maps, so that's what we're going to be starting out with.
Kalau disebutin baru lihat tuh. Kalau disebut langsung gawe. Si moderator ini guys. Si Bang Kod. 50-50 ini bet mana ya? Kalau aku sih Genji.
I'll go 70%.
Oh, kan pada Genji kan? Baru 30 orang ini.
I mean, that's one of the things when we do these predictions where it almost doesn't really do it justice. Like if you have to pick a winner, okay, I guess I pick Gen G, but I do think it's going to be a very difficult round. And again, remember, these teams, they really know each other's play style. Going for the agent selection here.
Kayo
Very classic comp to start this off over here. For Gen G, I didn't actually see what they selected over there for T1 yet.
Yeah,
T1 Asen sih oke sih sebenarnya.
Mirror matchup, got it.
Kita lihat saja ya, Bang saya player nih. Apakah bisa sirkus lagi? Dan juga ada perlawanan dari King dan Munchkin nih. Siapa yang akan menjadi Killjoy di
I do favor Sylvan a little bit, but yeah, maybe Eco. He's got
Megang
some good moves
siapa?
to the,
Ah,
Sylvan.
rahasia.
Alright,
Nanti
we are ready to
dikasih
kick
tahu
off
kalau
our
udah
first
menang.
game for today. We got the two Korean powerhouses T1 and Gen G. Let's hear from our casters.
Aku pegang
Achilles
RRQ.
Valdez. Annyeong.
Anyong cenah guys.
Annyeonghaseyo, Victoria and the desk. Thank you for breaking down this matchup. Of course, I'm Valdez. With me is Achilles.
Absen bang,
today,
telat.
and,
Moderator telat, langsung aja pakai Sasya Bas ya.
well versed in the Gen G versus T1 matchup.
Kan sidra kak, aku
but,
takut
uh,
nanti kalah aman.
Exactly. I figured this would
Lu
balance
pasti
things
kebantai
out a
kok.
little bit. You talk about the LCK rivalry a little bit more for people who might not know about it. Obviously.
Nah, yang udah betting jangan lupa di like adik-adik. Like-nya baru 22, konyol ke channel mati. Anjay si Godet. Mode tisu guys. Mode pilek.
Round zero.
Before the rounds even begun.
Yeah.
He's ready. This is what he did last time.
Not
Sabar ya,
wasting any time.
gua sambil coba download game nih guys.
We are
Hahaha.
ready to go as well.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
You're gonna be
60
loading
giga
into Ascent
sambil nonton
for map
Twitch.
number
Berangkat.
Everton over there was feeling a little bit confused
Sabar
maybe
guys.
with the Ascent early.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim ini mah.
And a little bit surprised perhaps, but
Given what we've seen, maybe kind
Game
of
apaan? Game baru XD
yesterday
pian.
with DRX, you know, electing to go to Ascent.
Beuh,
It's always been
nyiksa.
one of their best matches.
Tenang
If they
aja,
get
ini
widely
IndiHome
into
bukan
this so far,
kaleng-kaleng,
we haven't
Dek.
seen nearly as many teams willing to go here. It has been kind of middle of the pack for such a classic.
27
and,
menit tuh,
well-rounded
satu
map
game ini
as
lah
far
kelar
as, you
ini.
know, how every team's prep overall
Siapa
should
tahu
be.
nanti malam bisa
I'm curious to
dimainin
see
ya
how
nggak,
this team
bro?
will look with Eco back in the mix, 'cause Sova historically
Oke, kita
is gonna
tutup
be
dulu
his
adik-adik ya.
first agent.
89 orang,
Opting to
800.000
just
berangkat.
Go on to that one rather than have Sylvan come in. And I'm wondering if that's going to be a little bit of a comfort situation, kind of like we see from T1. Because talking to Carpe, Ban, Intro, they kind of go for these
Dicek
swaps
dulu,
not
dicek
because
my
one
bet, my
can
bet,
play a
habis
certain
itu di like
pick.
ya.
Obviously, we've seen them both
Hop.
play Omen, Viper as well. It's more about comfort on a given map. Now here
Uy.
comes the side
now we're going
Buset, si
real
saya
quick
sih
on
sendiri
the
ya.
site as we do have
Si
decided
pemain
to
ini,
to rotate
meja
through here.
tinggi.
Late rotation from Munchkin through mid. It might be able to spot some of the rotates
Oh,
out
yo, yo,
from
yo,
Genji,
yo,
but
yo.
actually TS is going to get that first headshot in
Anjay,
mid
TS.
as T1 will put this spike down on
Terakhir
the site.
Genji tuh lawan TS ya.
reaction there from Munchkin, not quite identifying that TS has already swung out that far.
2.0 juga, 2.0, 2-0 juga ya lawan T1, apa TS ya? Apa 21 gue lupa.
From behind there is Ban set back.
Oh, and they're pushing out of the door here, getting
Uy.
really aggressive. Very nice right click in there, but King gonna
Anjay.
take that down. But T1 are holding the site really well.
King
Ends up
KR nih, Dek.
T1 as
Iya.
in comes King and is not able to pull that one off. Not too much time left
2-0
on that spike
maksudnya.
as they do make that push. And actually, T1 was the one that kind
Konyol
of
lu pada.
got the jump on them.
Yeah, it seems like just playing, I believe, contact off of maybe the paranoia toss from
Lihat,
Ban as he
Yuan
was
di
sat
sini
back
ya.
over in a main. Either
Masih
way,
bersama saya, player
I'm
di sini.
what the timing exactly was and when he had thrown that,
Anjir,
but it's a
bisa
good
begitu,
early
Cok.
catch from the side of TS, but Saya player just gets himself situated here in Hell, and when you got this guy and a sheriff in his
Enak.
hands, it's always going to be a pretty terrifying prospect to go up against. Now, even more so when there is that Marshall.
Ayo bet gue kok nggak keluar-keluar. Dicek lagi matanya.
Pressure around on mid. Going to be a fairly deeper smoke over towards Market and Pizza rather than cutting off that archway by Bench.
Yeah, you
Gua
know,
nggak kebet,
the desk was
mampus.
asking what percentage to
Udinesian
predict Gen G.
mantap.
With how wrong our predictions have been, I'm going to go with 51% to the side of Gen G, although I did predict them. I do think they are based on what we've seen, kind of
Main
the
gede aja kita,
quote-unquote
Din.
correct prediction, but you never know. And sometimes
Hari ini
predictions
Korea sama
are just
Jepang,
a
iya,
feeling
men.
as well, so I would not be surprised if T1 ended up putting this. I wouldn't be
Abis ini
surprised if
Zeta
Gen
kan?
G do either. I think it's a closer
iya,
match than
Zeta.
maybe a lot of people would expect, as a little bit of a push through mid here.
Oh man, that's a
Ngeding
great
tuh.
shot onto Carpe. 15 HP down, really good stuff there from King. And yeah, Munchkin having a rough go of it so far. Push up, they'll finally be able to break the turret. And as you can see,
King
here,
KR.
looking around the backside of that smoke, wanted to try to get an aggro push in, does have that shorty in hand.
Mati saya,
Can
oke.
punish him, but oh, the reveal comes in, Saya's gonna be taken down.
Yeah, that's pretty big
Oh,
as
look
they
at
make the
this.
sentry, and now the
Oh my god, Meteor enak banget itu
from
dari
behind
market
just totally
lari.
shuts this down. As Gen Z are not wasting any time. Getting a little bit of an upgrade now for Meteor, as Ben has to go 1v4,
Anjing, kagak-
and this is not going to be
Kagak ada
easy.
sopan-sopiannya
Picks
itu,
up
Cok.
one,
Buset.
Does not make it two. And Gen G
Lari buat sorti.
going to be doing what we saw from RQ yesterday, and already
kangen
off the
ya,
bat here in
Wibu.
round 2, get a win.
Yeah, winning the eco after dropping the
Konyol,
pistol. Really
konyol.
great way to go ahead and break down the economy of your opponent.
Telat bet iya sama telat like juga. Tuh lihat like-nya baru 66 loh, konyol.
Curious to see if Munchkin actually ends up holding on to that Vandal, because it does put him down to
Ada yang kena shock dart lagi ya Allah.
not going to
Lucu
be
banget.
great, but that's like best case scenario for Meteor in that situation. He wanted to try to get the crunch over at
Ping
Market.
KR.
They even made their way towards the site, but there's enough distraction on the site itself. He dashes in, doesn't quite get God dead because the shock dart kills him, but he still is able to find one for his trouble, putting that shorty to good use. And okay, Munchkin does hold on to this.
Eh,
And he's going to hold on to that for now, as a little bit of push out here,
wow.
and seeing what they can see. Meteor with the Spectre, seeing if he can get some shots on in, kind of surprise them, gets the 1 kill onto Carpe. Ban's trying to get on through, but
Takut deh.
he's not able to trade one
apa
back,
namanya?
and even takes
Pepe.
more damage himself. And is now not in a
Gas.
great spot.
Gas,
They
Matt.
just want to look
Matt.
to back away from this and
Ah.
push with his teammates elsewhere.
Yeah. So in the meantime, decent forward presence, just staring across, seeing if anyone's going to cross from that tree into the site. God dead pushing forward, now finds the
Dan apakah kamu
spike.
melanjutkan para kacu?
Fans
Udah
still
tamat
hovering.
Cecunute lah.
Unfortunately, just
Ah, nggak
strands this
ditonton,
now.
lihat tuh masih nanya guys.
And if you're Munchkin,
Konyol.
you're already thinking about where can I get tucked
Dari
away.
siang gua
Just
lep.
hold on to this Vandal.
Yeah, that's not the greatest feeling as side player kind of just
Konyol
gets
loh, kocak.
isolated in mid. Down a member. Munchkin is going to hit that one headshot.
Ui.
Make it 2.
Okay. Suddenly bringing
Munchkin.
this one back, but only 35 seconds. The Spike still in control of 3 players on the side of Gen G, one of which has a
30
rifle.
seconds left.
This is still dangerous, but possible for T1, but they need to be swift.
It's not going to be easy.
Konyol,
Trying
gue
to
juga nggak
collapse in
tahu
here
ya,
on
lu
the Spike.
abu.
Munchkin already down on health. They're going to
Oi.
try to make the play.
So that fragment's gonna hurt.
Yeah, and he's just going to go down to it. Zeta at least is going to trade
Bisa
one
dapat
back.
bonus.
But you see God is trying to buy some time. Really nice flash.
Bukan
and
bonus
he
sih, Byron
picks
sih
up the
sebenarnya.
kill, a 3K for
Oke.
him. And Gen
Genji, let's
G
go.
will continue with a couple of rounds in a row.
Udah ketiduran berarti ya, sorry banget, aman.
Unfortunate here. To Munchkin, it's going to be 3,800, so enough to be able to get his util, get a rifle and some half armor. Half armor, obviously not nearly as taboo as it was.
Nggak
a couple years
goyang
ago
nih
for
dek,
that.
tuh lihat dek, nggak goyang
You
dek.
can have this
40
work rate.
MB.
That's usually a full team system rather than individuals. But at least does still have firepower and can, perform as a KJ should, what with the alarm bots as well as the nano swarm. So it's not as dire as it could be. Picking up those 2 kills, also assisting in his economic situation. But now, Meteor's got an op.
Yeah, and this is a problem. He's really good at just, playing this jet operator position, right? He has been a fantastic duelist for Gen G. He's been part of the reason why they have seen a lot of success so far.
I think Zeta might have just been able to see the gun barrel of the op, but I'm not sure if he quite
Tim apa
spotted
tuh
it
nanti
there.
ya?
Either way, now they're well aware.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's an op there.
I kind of gave it away, as we do have a little bit of a push in here.
Let's go,
This is
Matt.
effectively a triple stack at market with Meteor as well swinging in. Cloudburst comes up. Looks like Saya player still willing to stay sat in this position. He is on the
Aku
close
asli
side of the
tulung
wall.
Agung, asli
Zeta
cakung.
on the far side. And oh, that blind shot.
Kira
nearly
kena
connected.
loh. Kaki kayak gitu.
Yeah, it looks like he was pretty close. As, ooh, really nice shot there up on top. Echo's going
Anjir.
to at least trade it back. As now looking to maybe
Sial
regroup
si
out
Matt.
in A. As over to Tree they go. 4 members of T1 making a push
Kenal,
on in. As 2
Smamer.
guys from Gen G are still on B. Goddead might just have to do it himself. The flash is good, but
Ya elah si Goddead
is
nih.
going to turn it around.
A bit whiffy there, but
Banyakin
yes,
lu
still
pilep.
looking to side anchors. Gonna take the TP across. Gets himself tucked into hell.
Jadi pura-pura.
Trying to scout this. They need the double swing.
Cakep, one more.
They don't. One leads the other.
Cakep.
And TS looks to
Allah.
hold it down. Carpe now. The last man
Aman
standing.
aja.
And there's a lot
Wow,
in his
di
face as
ulti
well.
loh.
They say, yeah, you can plant the spike, but you're gonna give your life on the far side of it.
Yeah,
Seems like
they're-
he'll just opt to go ahead and collect the money.
yeah, well,
Di
And
10.
you're dead.
run away as fast as
Di
you can.
10.
It's just dead. 3-1. And he did just pick up that spike money, as you were saying. At least T1 able to get that. As they did
Rahmat,
make
makasih
that
udah join member Rahmat.
tree and into
Baru
A.
join jangan lupa di like adik-adik biar kita happy-happy ya. Terima kasih.
I mean, it started off all right. Getting that off out of the hands of Meteor nice and early was
Jauh lagi.
really, really
Mantap.
good from Zeta to find that headshot, but op is going to be recovered. And this was effectively the
Bentar,
first
gua
full
transfer
buy round
adek gua
for
dulu.
T1. Now, they get
Menu
kicked
hari
out.
ini
The second
kayaknya
one, they're
kita
gonna get
makan
onto
padang
it.
adik-adik.
Yeah.
Kalian pakai
And
apa
this just
buka
puts them in
puasa?
such a dire economic situation where they absolutely need to find stability and quickly. They also need to rack up as many attack side rounds as they can possibly get, given that we are here on Ascent. One right now not going to cut it, and you're anticipating that, barring a Miracle Thrifty coming in this next round, that's going to be 4 locked in for Gen G, with a nice little snowball effect going.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, and TS kind of being the superhero as Saya player not wasting any time, already making his way in onto the A site. He's got some coverage from his buddy Zeta.
Ben bau. Oh, siramnya tuh baik kalau habis berak. Siram.
We'll see how this goes.
I don't mind that as an escort, given that the lockdown was already used, so you don't need to be pocketing that Hunter's Fury to counteract the lockdown anymore. So just use that, try to create some more extra space, take the site, and now look to hold it where the Stingers can be the most deadly, which is going to be at close range. We'll see, though, if they're going to be able to pull this off. There's a really late lurk from Munchkin as he's getting himself on a catwalk right now, but Ban's the first to fall.
Namanya Bima bukan Tubey. Kalau Bima nanti nyenggol pemerintah, Tubey aja lah. Lebih aman.
The first one to pick up the kill at least, as now diffusing on the spike here as the coverage is good, and Zeta's just going to try to run away into wine.
I mean, at this point, you need to push. You want to be able to get that death bonus. Not carry the Stinger forward, so Goddead going to be collecting up 4. If he didn't have the null command already online, he certainly has it now as he's leading the pack at 8-2. But,
member atau give member di mobil kenapa delay ya? Enggak juga.
But the re-entry
Gua sih langsung
all
aja.
too easy. As God that just drops down off of heaven, cleans up 2, is very privy
Lah,
to
si Rangga.
could be.
Ada member lu Rangga. Dapat dari mana?
Seems like the tissue buff is here in full force.
Dapat give member kah kemarin?
Bringing it out early, showing the respect to T1, saying, okay, this is going to be a difficult matchup. And so far, I mean, starting off,
Mahesa, makasih dari Gen member.
All been in their favor. As now Echo is going to pick up the Odin. Just look to hold
lah, gua
down
beri hari
by
ini sama
himself,
give satu
which
member.
should give more
Hah?
coverage to them over in mid and A, which has been the
Demi
focus
Tuhan
of
kagak ada.
Gonna be
Demi
great.
Tuhan.
Wasn't trying to
Rizky,
push up on
Ricky
the cat there.
Pirullah, terima kasih. Udah jadi member, welcome.
Meteor might have just been able to get him.
Terima kasih Rangga ya. Sumpah kagak ada notifnya.
Just wants the TP across. He's not sure if anybody had pushed out.
Makanya gua nanya delay. Berarti emang lo harus ikhlas gitu. Nggak haus notice tuh kayak Ricky, Mahesa nggak haus notice lu aman.
He's still gonna be watching for it.
Here we go once again. T1 are going to be looking to
Member gua
push
katain lagi.
potentially through pizza into market. Let's see what direction they go as Smokes already down, bang up on top. He's going to look to pick that kill up.
Needs a TP soon.
Apanya?
The crunch is coming in.
Oh.
TS is going to shut that down.
Sabar.
I mean, it's almost like his PC froze. He was just waiting for the call to go ahead on the execute. His gets a kill now. He's going to be checking out in the back of Boathouse. Obviously doesn't want to arrive there, so cancels it. Now has to rotate back over. But Ban waiting for this site exec to come in from the rest of the players, ends up getting himself killed. And that could cost them this round.
Yeah, and this lockdown, of course, is going to be used early. It secures them to plant, but 3v4, they got to hold down this site. As immediately the null command is here, and the push, the retake is on. Nice little crossfire comes in, though. Side player Munchkin, and Munchkin's going to pick up 2, make it 3. As they are able to actually get 2 apiece and easily clean up that push from Gen G.
The null command was everything. Being able to deny any kind of counter util coming through to look to retake space around B was excellently done. I mean, very much the second that the lockdown had to pop that. So that helped out.
Takut gak masuk membernya, tapi ada tuh Rangga kok, ada logonya aman-aman. Terima kasih Rangga ya. Nah, yang pertanyaannya, yang di give member yang dapat siapa? Pertanyaannya yang dapat give siapa gitu kan? Apakah Mahesa?
Really punish them, not only
Itu tuh pertanyaan gua.
Well, taste of their own medicine, I guess.
Yeah,
gua nggak tahu nih siapa yang dapat. Harus cek email sih pada. Kinderboy udah bilang ini, udah join sendiri, dia modal dari malam. Ya, kita bilang makasih aja, makasih Rangga ya. Gua kagak, Mahesa kagak.
But now regrouping. As Munchkin's holding points here in B lobby. Looking to make this push go off.
I mean, yeah, they likely heard some of the KJ setup over at A. They say, okay,
Kontep dulu Bang Eko, orang
so we don't
cakung.
have to worry too much about that much opposition over here. Eagle gonna get tagged down just a bit.
Oh, big recon.
It is pretty monstrous. We do have some shots
Nice. Bang Met, gelo si Bang Met anjing.
The reveal was already gone.
Yeah.
And that's Ban dead, so now defensive smokes very much limited.
Yeah,
not sure if
Bri.
he's gonna read this position, but he does.
Well, regardless, he is going to get shot down, and he's able to dodge that too.
Konyol anjing gak
Oh
kemati.
man, he's really slippery.
Ah, si Meteor
Rubbed himself
pisaunya
up
bau,
with
guys.
oil before this one, as King is going to pick up one, and we do have Meteor as well.
I mean, we've seen so
Aneh
in
gini
this
pertandingan
position.
Korea, guys.
Odin's in hand, went out rounds before.
Eyes
Versus
are out.
3.
That was very obvious.
Oh,
as
Zeta's
Meteor.
got 7 bullets.
Oh,
Iya,
not able to get it done,
iyalah.
and Meteor is able to just hit him in the face with
Sore
the
sore,
knife.
yang berjanji dapat
Nice
like
little
ya.
retake does come through for Genji.
Jali.
I mean, and it's excellently done. I mean, Goddead just fantastic.
Gua kemarin malam
reactions.
dapat
Like you
padahal
said,
lagi di
so
luar, iya.
slippery,
Yang
not
udah ngaktifin
taking
itu
it
mah
down.
bisa kok,
This
lagi nggak nonton dapat
obviously
juga.
doesn't do T1 favors either. Just
Cuman
getting
kalau udah
a lucky
dapat terus
straight
nggak
shot
nonton
for
keterlaluan
smoke.
lu namanya.
Meteor decides to pop the
Ah,
blitz for the full retake. Knows that the op in close quarters isn't going to do him too much good. But very clean stuff to be able to take them down at the end. But this is great from Genji.
Iya, pertandingan
not
tuan
allowing
rumah ini.
T1 to string
Tapi
together
tuan
rounds,
rumahnya
never have a stable
bukan
economic
DRE
situation.
kak,
As you can see
kurang,
right now,
bukan
they're still
DRE.
very much on struggle street. I mean, Munchkin's buying down to 0 with just the
Enak,
sheriff
kena
in his hand
timeout.
with
Cara
full
aktifin
armor.
gimana? Pas buka streamingan
This is
gua,
definitely concerning. If they
masuk
win the
streamingan
round,
gua
it'll
nanti
look
ada tuh
brilliant if they
izinkan
don't.
hadiah kalau bahasa Indonesianya
Yeah,
tuh.
look mighty foolish.
Kalau bahasa
It's,
Inggrisnya allow gift
very risky.
di kolom komentar ya. Di live chat, di live
We'll
chat.
see if it does pay off for him. Maybe expect some of the other guys on the team
Pas
to
buka nih,
pick
set.
up some
Lihat
entry
live chat
kills,
ada
and
tuh.
maybe can upgrade from there. Make some kind of play, as there has been a lot of focus from Saya player in this exact spot so
Semoga
far
sih.
on the attacker's side on Ascent.
Problem is, with the Blade Storm and just a classic, you can't really take down the turret. So that contact point is still going to be there. For the side of Genji, great TP after TS and a nade to go ahead and slow him up.
Morpo makasih udah gift member. Yang dapat jali, Cok.
Yeah, and we do have
Lah gue yang dapat. Bener lu Aldi. Makasih 3 bulan gratis ya Aldi.
But that's going to be information that he's here already. It allows Genji to reposition potentially.
Aldi kah?
Yes, for now, they're just going to hold their spots actually 3 on A. Goddead just holding the same angle. Seeing what he can see.
Turns his sights back over. Okay,
Eh,
that's enough for him
Hihi.
to be sold that this is going to end up at A.
Si Gordon nih menyalagi nih Gordon.
Mid coverage, so just going to back up and hold sights for now.
Ih, gratis
See if
2
he can
bulan
catch
lalu
Saya player
modal.
who he expects to come in through there, but the glass is broken and Goddead easily
Iya,
reads
kocak.
that as not
Ih,
expecting him to jump
kenapa
up,
kamu
actually.
geter-geter kayak
Munchkin will
Asuna?
get that entry at least. But 2v4, they try to take the A site with 13 seconds.
I mean,
Meteor,
It's over.
yeah, just going to snipe him in the arm, and that's going to be enough for that. Saya, at least,
He has to kill both
Jangan
of them.
konyol.
and this in the-
Jangan konyol.
yeah, maybe he could take the
Sorti dong.
operator out of his hands. I mean, there's a shorty in the smoke, and Saya, okay,
Lah.
he's going to be
Oi.
able to pick up 2 more, and the third, making a 4th in total, so at least he's able to get that going, but they still lost
Ya,
the
Rata.
round to Kilios.
Yeah, I mean,
Makasih.
cool.
Untuk
Nice play,
udah
yeah,
0
that's
tuh.
okay. But you lose the round. Yes. You
2 bulan
deny
lagi
the
jadi
operator
kodok,
away from
guy.
Genji, which is a hefty weapon to take out of their hands.
Apaan sih tegar?
But at the end of the day,
2 bulan lagi jadi
unfortunately,
kodok guys.
isn't
Nah,
improving
Doko.
their own team's economic
Makasih
situation.
sebulan-bulannya,
Carpe
Gar.
gets some nice bonuses.
Ini nih contoh moderator yang dikasih tang gak pernah donate.
Still really rough
Anjing,
territory,
gua
which is
roasting
why I'm
semua anjing
glad
hari
to
ini.
see this timeout finally getting called here from the side of T1.
Yeah,
Orang 2
well,
tahun, lu baru
at
setahun
least,
Gar,
if you are gonna go down
kocak.
around, at least go down swing, because it did look really cool.
Mang
but, not gonna do them any favors. 6-2 in favor of Genji
Weh,
right
masih
now.
gak goyang bro, 12 menit bro
So
tuh.
far, it kind of feels like, you know, Saya
Ntar kalau
players
malam
being able to
kagak palu,
open
kita
up some
coba
space
coba
for
game baru
Genji
aja
and
kali
be
ya.
able to get some
Game
plants
Ubisoft.
down, but hasn't really been as clean as you would expect T1
Parah
to
emang.
be getting on some of
Gue
these
bercanda doang,
plants.
cok.
No, definitely not. I mean, especially just considering that, you know, this is their
ROT,
map pick,
ya
so it's
ROT.
expected that
Ngetik
this is
kagak
gonna
bener
be
lu
them
awal,
coming in
kocak.
with a solid game plan, knowing how they want to pilot some of these ecos and buy rounds, and it just feels like right now they haven't had really a full reset on their economy.
Daripada nggak kepake nih gratisan sore Bang Dik. Ya, terima kasih Morpo 5 bulannya sore
Now
juga.
as we go into this one,
Kalau with S-Magic gak jadi-jadi, jangan diharapin,
Where
jangan
have we seen
diharapin.
this before, Achilles?
Kalau kebetulan, nah udah main tuh. Kalau direncanain jangan diharapin ya.
if I don't talk about them, they cannot hurt me.
Oh tiba-tiba gas. Nah itu baru main tuh.
They're at least all hovering around a similar area.
Pasti
And
jangan diharapin aja.
the full loss
Yeah.
bonus, it won't be too terrible. Still not exactly what I want to see is
Hey,
Saya.
well, this is extremely aggressive, and immediately they're going to get shut down. King's got his own sheriff. He gets a 3K, with the Sheriff just sitting in market and accepting their generous present.
Well, this timeout went well. I don't know. I don't understand. So I just dashing in aggressively.
Des apa tuh makanya?
Immediately sets his sights on Eco in the corner market, but no one pays any attention to King, who's able to take down 3 people with a Sheriff. I mean, aside from Zeta delaying and creeping forward and eventually dying, like, this would have been one of the fastest rounds we've had in Pacific. It was just blink of an eye, everyone's dead.
Iklan apa ini? Iklan bawah ya?
False bonus is there. They're going to be able to pick up rifles for this one. So it's okay, but the way that this execute went was
Nice dash.
the paranoia far too late. By the time the King is blinded,
Bukan iklan
he's
DFM
already
lah.
got 2 kills.
Mana gua tahu tuh, Bang.
Just sitting in a corner. They
Nah, kalau iklan ini kan
expect
gua tahu.
and Saya player kind of just passed both of them essentially and immediately died. So there wasn't a lot of quick information. You know, you got to make that that call in milliseconds. As now getting aggressive.
Iya, ilah si Manskin disikat 3 orang, bro.
Pretty quickly.
Kayak mana nih T1 nih?
Genuinely, I think that I always say, like, you can't get
Si
complacent.
kamu player gimana nih? Ayo carry lah kamu player.
Going right now, Gen.G are definitely feeling it. Everyone's nailing their shots. The reaction times are very much on point. So they say, yeah, we can get a little bit more aggressive. We've got great coverage. They spot 1. Sile will be able to find Eco, but just get chipped down to 63 HP. And with that minor distraction of the jet, the plant comes in, but Meteor just takes this opportunity to go ahead and drop down into the site, kills Carpe, looks for a little bit more, and that's Ban dead.
It's essentially all Meteor. I mean, this is still a 2-on-2 as they try to swing on in here. They don't really have a way to stop this from
Anjay,
going
kedepes,
down, so
bro.
Meteor's just going to get that. He will not survive. At least he won. Kill them, but
lah sama-sama pakai baju merah Ben sama iklan yang gua lihat.
As you can see, they've got enough creds
Apaan lu yang lu
to
lihat?
essentially full buy and end the half in a really good spot.
Yeah, I mean, Meteor could just go ahead and grab another operator if he wants. He's got 57 in the bank right now.
Lagi masih 100 juga nih setengah jam.
He's just going to be actually buying for the rest of his teammates who did lose out on their weapons and popping the blades this round. So they're playing, you know, very close to the chest economic game right now. Our Gen.G. So we don't want to overspend. We don't want to put ourselves in too risky of a situation. So Meteor says, okay, I'll just look to get value with my blades.
Yeah, as Smoden spam, creating room, you could say, for Meteor to push on out here as someone expected.
Dua.
You can't really stop him either way.
Langsung lah, terbang bro.
As he ends them
Enak.
outside of B.
Ya, ada top midnya.
The beginning of the end here.
Si Guardet nih, biasaan.
Mid, he's got Saya player near him. As Gen.G now looking to surround
Baju merah kurang banteng doang, hahaha, buset lucu sekali nih warga Lutan Pajari.
They're fairly uncertain about where they could be now, so TS goes all the way back into the spawn, expecting to push out of mid over into B connector, but now they've been spotted.
Wah, aneh gagangnya anjir.
They will be given the site to plant in. But Gen.G, I mean, okay, I was going to say gather up as 3 and go for a retake. Now it's going to be a gather up as 2, but crucially, they do have
itu masa nggak bisa menang juga si T1 ini.
Well, let's see how they approach this, because Zeta and Saya play are kind of taking the wind out of their sails, essentially. Gen.G from the big lead, still, of course, trying to hold on to it.
They need to approach this together.
They're just going to go in alone, and Saya player with the quick flick is going to take him out. So now King is like, well, so he's the lockdown here, 1v2. Let's see what he decides to do.
I mean, you still absolutely
Merah doang nggak bertanduk, komen doang nggak ada kodoknya.
If he finds 1, I think he's liable to use it, but he is running out of time.
He's got to hit them both.
Okay, nice.
Will not. Saya player able to take out 3.
Perlawanan, yo.
What a weird round.
And T1 will pick it up, just dominating in mid. They pick up 2 guys that are kind of just trying to lurk in alone onto the B site, and Saya's going to take them both out.
That might have been some of the complacency I was talking about there,
actually. Masih ada 1 jam 4.
From the very beginning, this is fantastic, and it's a very big misread, a misjudgment from the side of T1 and Munchkin in particular. The knife comes out, that 0 point from GodDead, catches the killjoy, stops the turret. But they don't think for a second that there could be somebody still pushing, or at least they don't,
MIBR, iya nih
it
anjir
doesn't
tadi
look like
pagi
they're really
gua nggak bisa
anticipating to have
tidur
that aggro push coming out.
habis nonton gituan.
And then it's just the instant headshot coming across from
Yellow
Meteor as
juga
well.
tuh
Without the
MIBR.
turret to play contact,
Energinya yang
I feel like you need to
kocak
just
sih.
back way off, have two people watching that angle, and just wait until you have that
Besok dia
suppression
lawan apa?
block
Lawan Talon kalau nggak salah ya. Coba kita lihat.
alert you to somebody's presence yet again. They don't do that.
Tuh, lawan Talon.
Full advantage of it, pushes in, finds two, and
Kita
then
melihat
things get
Monjet.
It's odd in particular to see TS being the one challenging in a 1v2 as the closest person to the site rather than waiting for your killjoy when you have a lockdown available. Seems like
Zeta
maybe just
DFM sih.
confident
Oh, kalau
that you'll
DFM
be
bisa
able to
menang
find a
lucu
pick,
nih
bring it back
Zeta
into
nih.
2v1, but definitely
Bang,
not the situation
malam
they
ini
were
siapa
looking
yang
for.
menang?
Widely,
Zeta atau
though,
Leviathan,
things are
Ben?
excellent for the side of Gen G.
So what the little buddy was
Wingman's
carrying there
bringing in a
was
victory.
Katanya Ten cedera.
pretty cute stuff there. Not
Kalau
moving the
Leviathan
spike in
mainnya kayak
that
kemarin sih,
damage.
kayak Sentinel bisa menang.
But yeah, you know, the way the round started,
Harusnya.
I think may have been a big indicator of why Gen Z were playing that. You know, it was a 5v2, and they kind of dominated them, right? So it's like, you know, say what you
Kalian
will, maybe they
mudik
were
pada
just,
tanggal
a
berapa,
little
bro?
bit
Apa udah ada yang
lackadaisical
mudik?
after that, not, you know, crossing their T's and dotting their I's. And they do get punished in T1. Zeta and Saya player were able to play it out
Raga
very
KP
nicely
gifted
from there.
DBangkong
and
membership.
accept
Lah
all
baru
those,
tuh Rangga.
you know, little peaks that we got one by one.
Makasih Rangga yang dapat John Oleng,
Does
Cok.
give them, you know, pretty much the gun advantage for the first time now.
Marv bakal main kah?
As we are in
Semoga
the last
mainnya,
round of the
semoga
half.
aja.
TS is really far forward. They're
Udah
looking to
mudik.
scratch.
Lah banyak yang
Right
mudik ya.
behind as well. They're looking for the push. The turret not going to spot them, but Munchkin is watching behind.
Seems like they have a pretty good idea this is happening. T1 on the site already.
Udah Bos Rehan.
Planted
Ya
on
udah
it.
4 kali dapat, makasih. Buset,
As
makasih
yeah,
bener lu.
on the
That's a lockdown
top
gone.
side, yeah, the lockdown just not here, so he's just not
Ini
gonna
gift
get to
lagi
use
dari
it
web, berarti emang jangan dari
Because,
HP Rangga.
for this time, and they've got
Emang
one of their
kalau dari
own as
HP
well.
notifnya
As the
kagak
spam
ada
comes
gitu.
through on the edge here of where they could be.
Oh, Meteor. Does he have a second off, being able to take Saya player's head off there. The swing's coming in though.
Terus sih itu MBR close game-nya.
Trying to fight back, manages to put Fan in a decent situation. But the
Gila.
shot across, he will fall.
God
Conquer will beat
dead.
it out. And with the defuse, it's going to be a 9-3 half here from Gen G. Even without the lockdown.
Lah semalam gua dari HP Ben.
Ya HP orang kan beda-beda bang.
More straightforward rounds
HP lu
that
iPhone
time, but
14
still
Pro
felt
Max,
a little bit
plus
weird, you know, what
S
with
Ultra, Pom.
defender Killjoy going down so early, and then
HP orang kan
of
belum
course,
tentu sama.
just on the edge of the lockdown, just picking off one by one were the members of Gen G, and yes, Munchkin was at least able to pick up
Lah
two,
barusan gua
but
dari HP. Udah HP lu
everybody
cacat
else's team
Rangga.
died.
Udahlah gua si Rangganya aja
he
yang
was
gua
left
katain deh, guys.
alone. As
Gimana?
you're at Thursday party,
They're
we do
at Thursday party.
I know, of all the places.
That would not have been my first selection. But
Sebal
hey,
juga
T0,
lama-lama.
It's pretty good for watching Valorant, I would imagine, at least. So
It's also
we've got
Sunday
that
night.
going on.
Sunday
Yeah.
night, so it's a little bit more
Little bit
quiet.
calmer,
Tapi
you know,
cacat
not
pakai
nearly
D.
as
rowdy.
Yeah, the reason we say that, of course, Thursday party can get pretty.
Apakah ada curse di Korea adik-adik ya?
Yeah, turned. That's lit.
Kenapa
I
si
think
Munchkin
the
lama-lama
nowadays.
mirip Tokichi ya?
So, I suppose that's a
Oh
good
yo
thing,
yo, grill.
for watching Valorant, you know. Yeah. And
Ini Killjoy-nya lebih ke ini ya.
will you win
Lebih ke boneka
for us
santet
today?
ya. Lucu dah.
Well, he's definitely trying his damnedest. And you think back to that 3K Sheriff, you're just holding down Market.
Yeah. Just forget about that last round and go on with the
Gila
rest of it,
iPhone
you know?
14 Pro Max, Bom.
But, I mean, even that's the other thing. It's like it feels like that should be a T1 round. You get rid of the enemy lockdown. They can't counter lockdown. You just go
Genji,
ahead and have this kind of
Oni-chan,
stalemate in that moment. You have to wait for the 14 seconds.
Gue tahu nih. Ini aduh ini apa ya namanya ya? Aduh, gue udah belajar bahasa, Cok.
Taken out of the equation.
Ah,
Get
gue
that
lupa,
full attack
Cok.
lockdown.
Korea
You're in a
nih.
situation with a weapon
Oh my god,
advantage.
ini real grill ini.
Continues to get away from you. It just feels like a really soft start here from the side of T1.
Terus,
Again,
naikin
I
lagi,
like
terus.
Some of the ideas that they've been showing, but they haven't been able to stick the landing. All of the kills, the multi-frag moments coming out from Saya player have typically been once the round is already
Ini kalau ini
lost. While
M.
it does contribute
Ini
to
G.
pushing Gen G's cash flow and keeping them in a much more stable spot as their opponent. It's not enough to
Bahasanya
really
itu kah, Ben.
predictably
Oh,
push
kah.
them onto an eco round pretty much at any point here, aside from after the initial pistol. So now that we swap sides, I need to see a pretty damn immaculate defense here from T1.
Yeah, well, you mentioned this was T1's
Sabar,
map
guys.
pick. perhaps they are more comfortable on defender side,
Mulai
but Gen
ngeselin
G
nih.
decided, hey, we want to start on defense because they do get that choice with T1 with
Allahu
the map
Akbar.
selection, of course. So we'll see if maybe they've got something better on this defense side as immediately a push in through market. This time, not as much coverage as
Kaget gua.
Gen G had on the defense in that one round that we did mention before. As
Oh.
with
Up.
the Frenzy,
Up.
not really able to get too much done, but Munchkin.
T1, masa
trade one
kebantai
back
gini?
here
Jangan
as
kebantai
there's
gitu
a
dong.
Second over to Munchkin, still full health as well.
Dodges out on the shock dart as well by swinging
Munchkin.
around the backside.
Masa
Go ahead.
Munchkin.
Spot out on the bone for a quick little second there. As yes, the UI colors I believe need to get flipped so that we don't have T1 in the
Nih,
red.
ininya ya Allah, hijau sama merahnya kebalik lagi, belum berubah nih. Ngeselin nih.
Yeah, that's,
Bang, UI bang.
Chat will
Ah.
always panic 'cause T1
Warnanya iya
not
belum
going to
ketuker,
panic, and
kocak.
They will be able to get this defuse in. And pretty easily at that. I mean, Munchkin very
Apaan tuh?
important, essentially.
Kenapa orang salah
Like,
disorot
right after
kamera
they
nutupin
entered, he
muka
was able
ya?
to clean up a couple of members and
Orang banyak hutang.
even trade one back there
Kalau tutup
on
toko
the
kelamaan,
retake
Bang.
at the post plant.
Karena takut ketahuan
So
PCT
good
dia
stuff
sama
from T1. That's a
selingkuhan,
good start
Bang.
here on the defender side. Might make this a
Kalau
little bit
tutup
more
usia urusan
interesting
Tuhan,
as
Bang.
they do have some ground to cover after the first half.
I mean, that's both pistols now picked up for the side of T1, so that's at least a very solid stat line. to
Mantap,
establish.
makin
The
kreatif
thing
ya
is
kalian gue
not
lihat
losing
ya.
this anti-eco like they did in the first
Makin
half. You
kreatif,
do that,
mantap mantap.
suddenly they're back in with a shout. You're going to be 4 rounds separated, and it's definitely possible on the defending side. You see, it's going to be pretty hefty investments. No one going for a pistol. Normally you'll see, you know,
Kalau
maybe
tutup
one
rezeki
person
orang dosa.
just sit back, have either
Banyak
sheriff
yang
or
matiin
ghost or
rezeki
something
orang
like that.
kemana-mana
We
aja
do have
kayaknya
Ares in the mix
hidupnya.
here. But otherwise, 3 Spectres.
Oi!
And that's where the
Ding
concern
tipis.
starts coming in.
We saw this at the beginning of this
Kalau
map.
nutup gerai
Shenji were able to take round 2 after T1 took the pistol.
gerai
Now
apa
TS
tuh?
did go down.
Aduh, nggak bisa baca lagi
So
gua.
there is some
Minus gua nambah.
potential, and it's going to be much easier for T1, you would have to imagine, this time around to shore this up and get the defense in.
Yeah, if they can get a good read on, you know, where they think the spike is going to end up going, which widely seems like the A site, bans defensive smokes once he can regenerate some.
Gerobak, gerobak emang
definitely
ya?
help
Nggak
slow
tahu,
things up.
minus gua minus
For the time
14.
being, still 1 at a main, but that should expire somewhat soon. Love to see what his timer is.
Ngebangunnya
Or he's
susah
got
mau
the next one.
ditutup.
Yep, there you
Hah?
go. Smokes
Apaan?
dissipated. Side player though, sat in hell, bulldog in hand. First
Oh,
fire,
tutup
yeah,
server OP, Bang.
There's another.
Tuh, lihat.
How about another?
How about a B side
P, lihat P.
rotate?
Yeah, how about let's run away as fast as we
30
possibly can.
seconds left.
Thing is though, they need to find some way to die, whether that's running into members of T1 or to the
Absen
spike
kalah
itself.
Gojira.
They are going to be running this very close, as they are also going to be running full speed right into this KJ setup, which is a classic and a sheriff.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
guys.
Buset si Gordon. Woi, kagak ada sopan-sopiannya lu.
Me and Munchkin will take down both of those kills. This time, we'll be able to secure a couple in a row for T1. And all of a sudden,
Kers,
getting
kers
more and more
adik-adik.
interesting. Now this
Ini
bonus
kalau
round
dapat
really
bonus
could be the
kers ini.
decider of this
Kalau dapat
entire
bonus
map
ya.
from here on out. Who's going to gain
Tapi
the
rada
momentum.
sulit kayaknya.
Whereas Meteor started off well, but eventually just
Aduh, harus
came
dimanju-manjuin
face to face with
ngebokong.
Bulldog.
Yeah, I mean, in the end,
Oh.
that's not too bad at all for T1.
Wah,
Only
enak
lose
betul
out on
tempatnya
one
ya.
player,
Bisa main
which,
pingpong.
depending on what was recovered, yeah, it'll just be a Spectre that's left on the ground. They still hold on to the Ares, 2 of them, as well as the Bulldog for Saya player.
Oke, satu bar kemana tuh?
So,
Oh, ke
not
situ.
too bad at all. Smokes down, great nano
Itu
swarm
batas,
timing there
Iqbal.
from Munchkin, just slowing up the advance. As well, though, getting pushed away as Meteor going to be leading the charge. Looks like widely they will be able to get onto this side
Anjir,
for free,
polos
so we're
banget ya.
going to have a full-blown 5v5 retake with Gen G slightly behind as far as
Pingpong beneran apa Thailand? Lah, Thailand juga pingpong beneran, Dek.
And they've got a drone to come on in here. Is going to give them some very nice info, but TS starts them
saya.
off well. He's got good position.
Oke.
Got dead
Oke.
there, but this is very even.
Aduh.
2-on-2 as Meteor picks up a
Iwan
third
lagi.
for the team.
Apa-apa economical damage. Good.
got a smoke. Okay, he's going to just go ahead and try to TP into this
Well.
one. Recon,
Yeah.
however, pings
There
him,
Kiri
he
konco.
is.
and he probably is very suspicious that he's being surrounded.
Oh,
He
ente.
would be correct. But ends up getting flushed out.
Pacific
Same
and
time,
Chill
you gotta
namanya.
say,
Haha.
Still incredibly solid efforts here for the side of T1. They might not be able to convert this bonus into a win for themselves, but they take away 3 of those weapons. Kickback for Gen G economically going to be hurting, and this is
Udah guys ya, bubar ya. Udah guys, fokus lagi nonton. Jangan lupa di like yang baru join, masih 100 ya. Ya lagi bercanda, udah. Serius lagi guys, aduh. Lobang lagi. Udah serius ya.
It's going to be mostly full buys on their side. They do have the 1 Bulldog and the 1 Light
Seru
Armor.
bercanda nih. Halo Kinder Boy.
Yeah, Meters trying to make some plays here. As the shot through the box, Goddead going to open it up for the team, but the rest of T1 up there on top are able to take out 2. The smokes are in, but Goddead is not to be stopped. Already has 3.
Ngasih gua kerjaan aja Kap.
Finally able to take him out. Meteor gets
my god,
steals away the ace from Goddead, but it is still a relatively clean round from Gen G.
Tadi T1 sih gila, iya kalau menurutku sih economical damage-nya bagus.
They do get the round win. They take it this much closer to being able to close out on their opponent's map pick.
Rata anjing si T1 lihat tuh sama si Goddead.
It all Goddead at times.
Satu ya kan.
Great entry.
Weng. 2 happen. Satu lagi. Set belok. Pick.
That blind tap onto Carpe. That's just Carpe being unlucky. Let's be real. But it's
Hoki
also
parah ya.
good sense from Goddead to just say like, okay, let me just spray over here a little bit. He just happens to get it with 1 shot.
Yeah. Turns out, sometimes you have to make your own luck. And, some of the shots that we say are lucky, indeed, they are luckier than, getting the 1-tap flick headshot. But Achilles very nicely, you kind of have to have the wherewithal, you have to have the knowledge of the game to know exactly, where was that player? Are his teammates calming that to him?
Gak goyang, bro.
Communication has to be there as well, so still a nice shot. And it was rather close.
Ya, si Abu telat lagi, guys.
Still looking pretty dominant and now only 2 rounds away from the victory. As they took a lot of guns.
Ya, lu lagi Chris telat juga lu.
Yeah, I mean the last 2 rounds have been close. And this, again,
game apa tuh ada game baru nanti. Kita cek kalau nanti malam bisa, gas. Kalau nggak nanti malam besok. Pakai yang 50 MB enggak 20.
Clearly, I was doing my math wrong because everybody is very well stacked with cash. But for T1, definitely not the case. So this is pretty much everything for them to convert this Thrifty. They managed to make it happen. They keep a hope of being able to win the map. Otherwise,
apa klik kanan? Oh, nyiapin klik kanan deh.
Just hoping that they can streak together 7
rounds. Kemarin naik 15. Enggak, naik 20 MB.
It's pretty much what you gotta hope for at this point, but at least Saya with the knives out, see what he can do, has been pretty much the best performer on the team so far.
Padahal mah jago-jagonya si Saya tuh, kan? Emang gak boleh ngejinx gua tuh.
And that is a lot of the power of T1 now gone in this round.
Yeah, I mean, swinging that corner, there's a lot of different angles that you need to check. So when you're pushing by yourself, unescorted by any form of util.
Saya kejebur RO. Oh no, Bos Big G.
So certainly
kamu menjadi keledai, selamat. No, saya masih kuat, iman saya masih teguh. Gue udah gatel banget, sumpah pengen main Trapper lagi. Jangan disebut, nanti makin mau main.
Still, he has been a very solid performer ever since being alleviated of those
tapi gue akui sih bagus RO sih. Makin kesini makin kesana. Memang kalau RO mobile nih. Oke lah. Terus tahu tuh lihat si Tante main.
Will be spotted there for a moment, and he's taking a lot of damage to the smoke. Echo gonna pick up 3.
What a round from Eco.
Yeah.
I mean, a 3rd kill for him, just somehow avoiding.
Mainlah, tidak. Saya kuat.
Really misses the timing. On to King, who's
jangan
now
jatuh ke lubang yang sama lagi, Diki. Di ROX sudah cukup miskin kamu, Diki. Ingat UKT ada 2. Kuliah titit ya. Genji nampaknya akan menang nih Pak Haji nih. Rekomend job RO apa Bang? Gue sih doyan main Archer sama Archer Priest. Kalau di ROO free to play pakai Trapper masih enak. Bikin Trapper.
That's just quick maths for you.
And now,
oh, not like this.
Aku udah dipaksa Tirison buat megang chart dia tapi belum. Tapi mau main belum ada waktu. Tirison biasa ini joki daily ya.
Yeah, I'd love to see that again from Meteor's POV. It's such a quick hit. I mean, from the time, Zeta barely has any time to stop spraying. Drop down into the site before he's dead. A good return fire kill though. Carpe finding one. Hunter's Fury going across, trying to get the destroy, and it will.
Wah, GG udah guys. Dah, GG. Sulit banget itu masuknya, lihat matinya di situ semua, bro. Literally di city namanya tuh. Saya nampak akan ente di ROO. Coba bos Big G SS akunnya dong. Lihat dong akunnya dong. Gak ada timeout sama sekali. Sekali doang kayaknya tadi guys ya. Timeout ya? Gue lupa dah. Kayak sekali doang dah. Ih, like-nya masih 100 sih, konyol. Genji. Kita map 2 ya. Map 2 Heaven guys. Langsung aja guys. Bro. Kita lihat poin. Anjay, Saponte Hasbi Putu. Kalau ini udah abang-abangan sejuta guys. Ini The real bocil PCT nih nonton 8 jam 600.000 7 jam. Yang bener aja nggak sampai 200 lagi ya. Aku bos marahin. Preman kok belum marah-marah nih preman. Bentar. Oke adik-adik, sekarang di sela-sela waktu apa namanya VCT sambil menunggu, saya harus menjadi pelajar. Oke adik-adik, siapa yang mau belajar bareng aku? Aku udah level 2 nih guys. Protect. Apa nih? Ntar dulu bang. Ya. Strik gua. Oke belajar bro. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Fokus dulu fokus. Apaan sih col?
우유
아기
우유
아기
Halo Gojira, terima kasih 20.000-nya. Anjay, wota kita guys. Aduh, ya Allah, cakep banget ya.
오이
Terima kasih Gojira. Kok gua tahu ya?
오이
Milk. Salah, cacumber naon anjing.
오이 아기 우유 오이
어
Oh.
아기의 우유
Agi
아기의 우유 아기의 우유
Agi Wuyo.
아기의 우유 아기의 우유
Anjay, kelas.
이오이
Ioi.
이오이 오이 이
Is this cacumber?
오이
Kelas. Hah?
오이 우유
Uy uyu. Hah? Uyu apa sih guys?
Uyu.
Oh milk. Gini. Anjay.
이 아기의 우유
Oh.
이 아기의 우유
Ye.
이 아기의 우유
Age apa guys? Age apaan? Baby ya? Gini bukan? This baby milk. Anjay, kelas.
오이,
Oi. Dicumber. Jangan lupa di betting adik-adik. Nah. Ntar saya belajar dulu ya. Ini baru nih, gue nih belajar yang ginian nih. Kemarin bagus. Kemarin udah lengkap. Apa nih? Get another. Apa sih? Diem lu, gue mau belajar. Fox.
Yo.
Hah?
Yo. Yo.
Yahoo.
야오.
Yahoo.
아이.
아이,
Oh, ai. Kalau oi.
I.
Nyam 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 nyam.
Allahu Akbar.
Nyam nyam nyam. Sebelum makan duduk dan berdoalah. Nyam 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 nyam. Nyam,
Ada
nyam,
kartunnya. Nanti saya dikira buat anak kecil.
Ibu masak.
Ayam goreng. Bagus si Ocas aja.
Makanan
Makasih Gojira 25 ribunya.
Nyam 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 nyam. Nyam nyam nyam.
Nyam 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 nyam.
Nyam 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 nyam. Aku mau nambah. Nyam 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 nyam. Nyam 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 nyam. Nyam 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 nyam. Aku sudah kenyang. Nyam nyam nyam.
Belum juga nih si bapak.
Nyam. Sebelum makan.
Oke, mantap. Duduk dan berdoalah, ibu masak. Tol goreng. Oh, on.
요요.
Hah?
요요.
Yoyo. Ya yoyo lah.
와.
Hah?
와.
Wow. Anjay bener.
아.
Ah.
아.
Ah.
아.
Ah.
아.
Ah.
아.
Ah. Ah apa yes guys? Oh ah bener.
예,
Yo. Oh yes.
아. 어.
어?
아. 어.
아,
이요요.
Yoyo. This yoyo. Anjay.
야외 우유,
Wow.
와, 야외 우유,
Uyu tadi apa ya? Cucumber ya?
와, 야외 우유, 와, 야외 우유,
Susu deng. Wow.
야외 우유,
This susu. Sabar.
와, 야외 우유, 와,
Wow.
야외 우유,
This milk.
와, 야외 우유,
This
Ah.
mah.
야외
Kayaknya ini deh.
우유,
Bener
아.
kan?
이.
Iya. Anjay.
와. 오이.
Nah.
와. 오이.
Wah. Enak. Ya nggak sih? Bener.
요요위,
Hah?
요요위,
Yoyo.
요요위,
Yoyo on.
이,
Let's-
이,
I. On.
이,
Yes. I itu on. Y itu yes. Oke. Pusing ya belajar di sini ternyata.
학생.
Hah?
학생. 학생.
Hakseng. Oke.
학생.
Student.
신문.
Simun.
신문.
Simun.
신문.
Simun.
신문. 신문.
Siap mesin tempur. Anjing lu Gojira. Terima kasih 20.000 ya bos. Goblok. Anjing mesin tempur. Anjas. Anjing, mantap.
개미.
Hah?
개미.
Apa?
개미.
Kemi.
개미.
Kemi.
다.
Itu apa, anjing?
다.
Ha.
다.
Gue denger di drakor chicken.
다.
Ini
dak.
dak.
닭.
Tak.
노래.
Hah?
노래.
Mude.
노래.
Song. Anjay.
메시지.
Hah?
메시지.
VCT.
메시지.
Message. Alah. Milk.
우유.
Chicken.
다.
Song.
노래.
Box. Salah
여우.
satu
달게
doang.
메시지.
Hah?
달게 메시지.
Harga message.
달게 메시지. 달게 메시지.
Chicken message. Anjay. Kelas. The song message. Fuck. Sabar.
와. 키. 와. 도넛. 메시지. 노래. 메시지.
Anjas. The end song.
노래. 개미의. 우유. 아기. 아이. 아이.
Tahu ah.
노래. 개미의.
Balik lagi. Astagfirullahaladzim.
노래.
Makasih bang. Apa nih? Bronze. Oh, ada liganya. Anjay, kelas ini guys. Oke. Gas, gue turni Duolingo.
열쇠.
Hah?
열쇠.
Jarso?
열쇠. 열쇠.
Jalse.
맛.
Hah?
맛.
Apa sih plepor? Oh, plepor anjir.
신문.
학생. 서울.
Iki bego banget.
한국. 입구.
Hah?
입구.
도넛.
Hah?
도넛.
Donut. Sabar guys.
다. 개미.
노래.
여우.
Anjay, kelas.
한국의 신문.
Hah?
한국의 신문.
Korean student. Korean newspaper guys.
서울 우유.
Hah?
서울 우유.
Ini milk salah. Kok gue mencet student sih?
서울 우유.
Ini sumpah gue tadi harusnya mencet salah
도넛의
mencet.
맛.
Salah mencet.
도넛의 맛. 도넛의 맛. 도넛의 맛. 도넛의 맛. 서울에 있고.
Hah?
서울에 있고. 서울에 있고.
Soul's entrance.
한국의 맛. 한국의 맛.
한국의 맛. Korean?
한국의 맛.
Ini apa sih game? Oh, flavor.
여우의 도넛.
아?
여우의 도넛.
Yahweh.
여우의 도넛. 여우의 도넛. 여우의.
Oh, the fox Yahweh, ya Allah. Ada D-nya ya, maaf ya Tot ya.
여우의 도넛.
Maaf ya Tot ya.
여우의.
Oats band nih. Oh. Genji all the way.
She was.
Yeah.
Whoa.
bit of a discussion
Oh,
on
yeah?
the camera about this.
I want to know what they have to say about this because they were like, "Oh, Genji was." What did you say?
They're all T1. They said.
Oh.
So they said.
Odds 1.200.000 berangkat.
Was saying that like he thought T1 was going to win like 5K. The former F4Q player.
Banyak
Bad.
salah gini.
You know,
Bad.
T1 was going to win.
Bad.
And they said because
Bad.
Genji hadn't like beaten anybody like
Bad.
huge and they struggled against
한국의
our
신문.
bottom team, that was
한국의 신문.
Well, I wonder how the T1 players feel right now because, like you mentioned, there's
서울
so much
우유.
history of T1
Oh,
to the
yeah.
point where even when you first came to Korea, they're just like.
I was a
such-
T1 fan as like a teenager.
Apaan sih
Yahweh
kok Fox
Tunot.
sih? Bego.
여우의
Oh,
도넛.
look, it's big shoes to fill. I do feel like we got to see how map 2 goes and if they can really try to lock in.
Ya Allah, S-nya.
서울 우유.
The fact that Gen G, they didn't have the toughest start. I mean, it's
여우의 도넛.
Oh, si Birjon.
Bad.
오이.
Terima kasih Kinder Boy.
Yeah.
The End Song.
DRX, I wonder what it is that puts
기-
DRX
노래.
last
서울
above
우유. 서울 우유.
T1 and Gen G, although Gen G is
이.
definitely proving their assault.
이.
like, certainly
이.
now.
Tactical
이.
shooters in Korea,
이.
they weren't always
이.
the biggest games, but they
On.
had a
여우의
small
도넛.
group of players, and that's the
여우의
focus
도넛.
that is working with DRX. So I think they basically got
Anjay.
a head start
Kelas.
when Valorant was announced. Immediately
신문.
organized
개미.
before
학생.
the franchise,
개미.
teams came in.
우유.
And that's why they're currently
Ya Allah, yang atas Diki goblok banget itu milk.
willing to sell
다.
and go to these
있고.
bigger brands.
신문.
Not yet, so, yeah.
Yeah.
오이.
Speculation from your end?
I fully agree with Tasteless. It is a lot to do with the pedigree that DRX has, and that's why you're seeing this with
야구.
Gen G as well here today
야구.
throughout this season. Is some of
있고.
those same players that Tasteless is talking about are part of the Gen G coach.
EZ, Korea.
So there's a handful of
Oke, kompe guys.
limited pool.
Leaderboard.
Now,
Anjas!
they all kind of went all in on Valorant, and you're seeing
Top
that
20 advance to the next league. Gue top berapa nih? Top 11.
So it looks like it's going to take a lot of investment.
Siapa ya nih orang-orang nih?
Other orgs into Valorant to really-
Gabriela Saliba,
Now, for T1,
Upais SSD, Jikri, Karan Kumar,
what kind of players do we want to see in the next
Nadia, Muhammad Sultan, Sadik Araya.
I wanna see
Ada kalian nggak ya di sini?
I agree. I think when
Starfire,
that
Janangul.
overall map went that poorly, I think it would be foolish to not have some kind of a
Siapa
rotation,
nih?
not try something.
Amerika, what the
I
fuck?
don't know who played weakest. I didn't quite catch that when I was watching the map, but it did see it did.
Open
yeah, it was definitely hard to say, but I
Sesame.
think that they need to come in here
Ya,
with
kepoin
aggressive
profil.
approach.
Anjir, Spanyol.
Yeah, 'cause there's everybody
Amerika.
but the side player was struggling.
Masa sih Amerika Rania Ahmad, guys?
Player than Ban, this is
Huh?
no disrespect, but I think right now that's certainly
Huh?
the case, and I don't think there's many who would disagree with me with what we've seen.
Masa
with
sih?
the results that T1 has had. You know, you got to find a way to
Rania Ahmad,
making Ban. Yes,
Rania Acu aja orang Depok.
in case something, somebody gets sick or whatever, somebody gets hurt.
Oke, sepertinya sudah mau ini ya.
Got hurt, I think recently, and they might have to try to find a sub for him. But
Sudah mau
look,
pick agent, kita tutup dulu Duolingo. Terima kasih, nanti saya belajar lagi Duolingo.
you need to get intro more integrated into the system.
BTW kalau Duolingo yang bayar nanti itu dia lebih advance apa gimana, bro?
Need to have your 5 best players available for every single map.
Speaking of the 6 players, just in
Sebenarnya gue
case,
baru pertama kali sih
injuries, I was
belajar di
watching
aplikasi gitu. Gue butuhnya tuh bener-bener orang guru depan mata gue gitu.
Oh, that scares me.
and
Soalnya
then-
Jeroin.
So nervous.
It's like if I
know.
saw them like using a punching bag, I'm like, be careful.
Ya makasih jawabannya, Dayan.
Hands, like,
Well, even Stacks was like holding his elbow afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yang lain tidur, guys ya.
He came in with like the 2-hand, like, cheat. And then he was just like massaging his wrist. I was like, what actually happens if something did happen?
Iya,
to our
makasih
weapon?
jawabannya
this
ya.
can knock, this can bench you
Yeah.
for a long
Kayaknya
period
mic
of
gua
time.
kurang
if you
gede
injure
deh,
your
coba
wrist
ya,
or you're
gedein
not
dikit.
able to, move your arms the way
Yeah.
you need to.
Sore, Ben, sore. Fokus betting lain. Iya kali ya.
They do.
Yeah.
And work out certain like forearm muscles and try to really even yoga.
Di fokus
to try to
betting,
get
padahal suara gue kenceng loh.
so
I've
that-
been doing yoga.
Me?
Cool. Actually, I think T1. Well, I know the League T1 does some yoga.
They do, because they need to get their self in good form and be flexible. Because you can get injured, especially if you're kind of tight and wound up like
Bener,
that.
berarti langkah OC tidak salah guys, menjadi streamer nunduk diam gitu. Ngapain? Viewer aja diajak ngobrol diam.
Lock-ins in Brazil, and that's when we saw Garnett's fill in. But that's just scary stuff.
Gue mulai mengikuti OC ah.
One thing I have to say about Korean teams.
Sing of TikTok.
Southeast Asia noting how the Southeast Asian plays tend to be much more explosive, unpredictable. Is that the Korean teams and the Japanese teams tend to play a bit more conservatively. They just nail down their mechanics. And they do what works. That's why we see the same maps time and time again, because you know they just have that map down.
And the same agent comps.
Yeah. They had the same agent comps just now. So when you got T1 and versus Gen G with the same exact agent comp, and you can kind of predict each other's plays, and you've been playing against each other time and time again. Maybe you're right. Maybe T1 just needs to shake things up beyond the player roster.
Yeah, but this happened. I think especially we saw this when you and I, Paper, were casting just the Korea region. It seems like Koreans, when they approach the game, they're trying to figure out the proper way to play and kind of boil that down. And we did see a lot of the same team comps picked over and over here. But, you know, we don't know the correct way, I would say, to play Valorant yet. And, you know, when you look at a team like PRX, right, that was so explosive, that was so aggressive, they're really more focused on the tactics and trying to come in and take fights and just basically have faster reaction times. It's what makes a tournament like this so exciting, is that we have all these different regions with different cultures and different approaches to learning games and mastering them and putting them all together and duking it out. Right now, the
ban mulu berisik, tahu nggak?
Who is, you know, these players on T1 especially have been around since the very beginning of Valorant, but they're getting outclassed right now by Gen G. And by the way, we do have the substitute.
There you go.
I'm relieved to see that. I would be very worried if they did not bring it.
Yeah, we do want to see things shaken up here, and I really like your point, Tasteless, about the different regions getting to play against each other. I think that's just really going to elevate everyone's gameplay in Pacific, and by the end of this, I'm expecting everyone to just be freaking awesome. Now we are going to go into Game 2. It's Haven.
It's Sylvan.
And they're
yes.
you got two of your wishes.
Anjay, Silpa main.
These are the two best rosters that these teams can field right now. I understand why they don't, because there's, you know, they're both new players, right? Incho and Sylvan, both new to their team, both trying to get used to the systems, get used to the protocols, you know, the shot calling, all these things. There's so much that goes into this. And so, but I think individually those two players are just better. They just, their mechanics are better, their decision making is better, their natural gut instincts are better, all those things are just a bit better. So certainly I think, you know, you're going to see pretty much the same comp again.
Is this a mirror matchup again?
Yeah. It's
Arnold Schwarzenegger, perbaiki jalan.
Sports is here! Yes!
Oh my goodness.
Whoa! Breach got dead, Breach.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Nothing's changed in 2 years. It's still Breach.
I mean, well, you know what? I hope T1 tries something new, because I don't want
sangat mirror pick ya.
I want it to be close. I want it to be fun, and you know, I just, you know, we don't want the T1 players to be fans to be too disappointed either. There are a lot of them in the audience right now with really cute signs.
Fingers crossed.
I mean, T1 fans know a lot about disappointment.
Yeah, I know. I think Valorant's their last hope right now. With that, we are ready to go into Game 2, T1 versus Gen G. Over to you, Achilleos and Valdez.
Well, thank you guys on the desk, especially for filling through that downtime. Sorry about the delay, but we are ready to jump into game number 2 now, of course, with Sylvan in the roster, and of course, Intro now in here. You think T1 have a better chance now going into Haven, potentially with the subs?
Yeah. I mean, yes,
convincing,
but
Achilleos.
I still would favor Gen G in this situation, unless the wheels just fall off the cart all of a sudden. I'm right there with Paper Thin as far as feeling like these could be the best two rosters that either team can field. Now we get to see it. There is a bit more tape, however, to watch about Haven when it comes down to T1. They've played it twice.
Prediksi calon juara siapa? RRQ, terima kasih turun bang 3 bulannya.
Loss, and we were kind of questioning, you know, how strong they actually are going to be.
Well, ban terus.
4-13 loss for them. Then they turn around, they were able to take down
Satu
Talon quite
bada.
easily in a
Ben
13-6.
bola.
Genji, they've only played it once. They played it versus Team Secret. It was looking strong, a
Udah
13-8
gua
win
udah,
there for the side of
uh,
Genji. So a little bit more to watch for T1 and to study there for Genji. So we'll have to just wait and see if they've been able to put that into practice. But knowing Coach Bio, they probably have.
Yeah, no doubt. And, the deskers were joking about how, same comps, same stuff we've seen on Haven. The map's been around since the beginning, so everybody should be well versed on this one. And I think it's just going to come down to, preparation.
Gak ada yang ngingetin, Klus juga.
Maybe they
Emang
bring in
nggak
a new strategy here or there, but I think it's just going to be who's got the better read, who's playing better on the day, as always. So nice little sneak in here on the B side from Genji.
Go ahead, they flush Carpe out. Put a little bit of damage down onto him. Meteor also.
Ya udah diingetin, gak nyampe ke kuping gua coba. Oh Rico, bang tutup bed kan enak.
He could be here. Oh, clips the corner and he's lucky to get away. 12 HP remaining on him.
Yeah, he got away.
Oh,
okay, that's pretty
anjoy.
nice, but at least he trades
Kamu
one back
player.
to 12 health, so pretty good shot for him. But now the rest of the team is going to have to defend here on the A side. Genji make their way through pretty slowly, trying to tick all their
kocak.
match up in the classic 1v1.
Si Manskin kocak.
And Genji clear them out on the A side.
Yeah, I mean, Zeta just kind of getting timing. Wasn't expecting King to just aggro swing out of that smoke. Wanted to get that shock dart down. Getting the, the
Ini mah nampaknya 2-0 banget nih, brother.
Weak. He's one shot. So figures, okay, if I nail this dart, we're going to be good. Unfortunately, King just quite aggressive there. And that's going to be the first pistol round drop now for the side of T1. Genji get themselves on the board.
Satu lagi, udah round berapa masih bet.
That's something you'll hear a lot in Korean esports as well. The Nisa that comes out after the win. They were pretty...
It means great job.
Yeah.
Just mistranslate basic things.
So, this is something we've seen a lot, and they were very collected and calm in the first map. Actually, not a lot of nices, unless we missed them.
Genji DRX sih seru.
Now they're feeling the energy. They got a pretty nice dominant pistol round. They lost both of them, as we have all mentioned many times, on the first map. And now they've got this pretty free plant onto A. Let's see what T1 can do.
Messiah going to be noted. Started as well. Just an extra one there from Sylvan to flush him out and make sure he's definitely not pushing in. TS is just going to be doing the rattiest thing you can do as an Omen player, which is sit inside of your own smoke with a Bucky in your hand. Now he's going to throw another one. Does he push into it? The answer is going to be yes.
Well, he's thinking about it. Just going to hold the crossfire here and cover both angles. Sylvan actually comes in, picks up a kill, and now there's only 3 guys on the side of T1 who are just trying to die to the spike, and the rest of the Genji members just going to run away.
All right, I thought maybe TS would play that.
KDR negara mana?
I've got this Bucky. We'll see.
Itu core bang. Oh, core iya, Korea bang.
The bonus round, but does opt to just hold on.
Terima kasih membernya sama-sama Mas AI.
Looking very solid here.
Membernya pada like adik-adik ya.
T1.
Up, Pak Ibo ternyata merasa malu dan dihapus. Wow, Mas Vicky, terima kasih 10 member. Jangan lupa dihap adik-adik. Mampus. Ada hap-hapan sore-sore nih. Yang pasti Kinder Boy tidak akan dapat. Haha, let's go. Jangan lupa bilang makasih ya. Gak mungkin Bapak yang tak lagi. Si Raju dapat. Wah, konyol. Ripan.
Drone going to be leading the way. Swiftly gets cleared. Really like that starting shock dart out from Sylvan. Clears out that front util.
Kinder Boy udah hijau. Iya, tadi malam akhirnya dia menyerah, bos. Tadi malam dia join 10.000. Mampus.
Okay, media turning. Does spot Munchkin.
Anjay.
A bit of damage down onto him.
Baki alien. Baki alien. Anjay, Baki alien. Ui. Anjir, 3 cok. Mantap kan, Ben? Biasa aja, Bang, gak amat. Gak gimana-gimana. Di hidup gue biasa aja.
are going to convert this into a third round victory as the spike
Rudy, makasih 2
explodes.
bulan gratis ya Rudy.
And they get 4 guns out of T1's hands to boot. This is about as bad as
B
it can
aja.
Yeah, that is just devastating, and just to make matters work, a 3K with the Bucky? Like, come on, this is just...
Ini tayo banget sini
You're
Baki.
not going to feel good after this as T1. TS, he's like, let me show you the value of the Bucky. Nearly gets a 4th. I mean, come on, this is just ridiculous.
I don't know that it was scouted actually in the
Udah
second
3
round.
kali
I don't
Ben
know
member
if they ever
gratis,
heard him use it,
bagus.
so they might not
Bilang
know that
makasih.
TS even had it. They probably,
Interesting,
and if
yeah.
that's the case, they probably assume
Malah
okay, he's
bangga
got
sama
a-
diri
he's got a
sendiri.
ghoster
Weh.
or something like that. It was one of those other guns that
Apa
kind
ya?
of just mixed up into the
Kena lo.
of noise over on that A site.
Gue jadi
But
si
yeah,
Bima kayak.
he made a very strong and loud opening.
Vibe-nya vibe
And
Keanu
what
tapi ya
what
dia.
an upgrade path for TS as well to just now get this Vandal basically for free into his
Yeah.
hands.
It's like he got an S+ on the round, so he like got the best upgrade possible. Yeah, this is a very nice spot
Ih, ketahuan itu.
for Gen G now, where there's
Ben,
not too
oh,
many guns in the
kenapa?
hands of
Dek,
T1.
lah.
Gen G on
Enggak
the
ada
attack here,
kodok lu,
Demon.
Dek.
And let's see how this one is going to go. They're taking it much slower this time around, actually. Some scouting.
Tuh,
here
Kinder
from
Boy
the side
putus
of
beasiswa
TS.
tuh nggak dapat kan,
Already had
mampus.
his ult.
Look at the creep back. I mean, side player, the one that would have to be feared here, does have that Vandal in hand, but he's not even going to go for the swing. And now C is just completely wide open. And TS just inching forward. Once he clears the cubby, it should be the the go sign for them. Dart into the back site will just help further reveal that there is no one from T1 on this site.
This is just free. I mean, they're just
30 seconds
Yeah.
left.
yeah, they're just going to get this plant down, and now T1 are like, oh, crap, we got to scramble. We got to try to get in here for the retake, but it is so difficult from here. They got 3 guys coming out of A lobby right now. 4 make that. And,
Yeah.
I mean, let's see how this goes. Maybe send 2 in through garage and see what you can get going. This Munchkin is going to be back there in the spawn as this is spotted. Silva
Dua,
gets 1. King
tiga,
gets another,
anjay,
Silva
King
gets a
Silpan.
second. As Gen G were just so ready for this. It was so obvious.
Oke,
as
tidak ada
now
kecuali,
Medium
guys,
Poke
ya.
now picks up a 4th
Wop, wop, wop,
for
wop,
the
wop.
team. And they
Oh.
know exactly
Setun.
where Munchkin
Ya
is.
ilah,
Yeah,
tahu
I
lagi.
mean, they tag him down to 13.
Itu
One more
gak mati,
bullet
anjir.
into that corner would find him and provide
Ntar
an extra
Kurinyo
bit
aman aja
of,
pas Ade.
an extra bit of ult charge, but it seems
Jangan
like
aku
in the
mandi
end they'll
dulu
just
sama lanjut
give him the
baca
mercy
manhwa
of
ya,
dying to the
Chris.
spike. But a 4-0
Man
start is
Azza.
just catastrophic right now for T1. I mean, Gen G playing that to perfection.
Kosong kia T1 euy.
Long control, assessing
Ini
the
kalau 5-0
situation.
timeout gak sih, Bro?
TS in the meantime, poking and prodding, says, I'm not seeing anything
Byron
over
masih
on
kalah
C."
juga, mah.
They say, okay, we'll go there then.
Timeout gak sih nih?
Obviously, T1 didn't
Habis
have
ini
much, but they were trying to make the best of it. At least all of them did go down in the round, so they've got a decent amount of loss bonus at this point. And let's see, though. I did like the strategy from Gen G, though. They really slowed things down after 3 quick rounds and were able to get pretty much a perfect rotation on the map. So still all the momentum in their favor, and T1 needs to show us something better.
Side does have this operator, but no one looking his way. So basically wait for that flash to go down, otherwise try to find a timing shot like that. And he will, very nicely done. Picks one up as TS tries to get himself across the site. Nano swarms to further delay. As Goddead, the one ferrying the spike, will be able to go ahead and get that spike plant in. Further delayed by shock
Lah,
darts.
kagak jadi-jadi bang lu planting.
And the plant finally is there.
I guess giving the team time to set up as
Ya
really
Allah.
nice flash and a peek there onto the operator. They know what side
Mati
he's
si saya
on.
tuh
They're
kan,
able to
mati.
clear him out. Although from the backside, Carpe comes in and swings, picks up 3.
Wow.
And defuse just barely for T1's first round win.
Dapat segaris
Okay,
3
it's definitely
Ajik.
a scrape
Iya
by
non name
Victor that
kamu
you're
kena
grateful to
timeout.
have if you're T1. I kind of want to watch this one back from Carpe's POV because it feels like he just got in there in an instant, was able
Satu,
to
dua,
just take them
tiga.
down. From the outset, like you said, it was a great, aside from, great timing shot, what I said. But to try to flush Saya player out of that situation was
Tuh,
fantastic.
tuh,
The
anjir,
whole-
segaris dah tuh.
Basically to collat there onto King. A second bullet, a minor adjustment follow-up to just go ahead and find that second elimination. If he doesn't get that, maybe it's a different result. But
Gak jadi timeout ya.
definitely the
Dapat
hero
satu
that they
nih.
needed right when they needed it. And with those 3 kills,
Yeah.
it gives Carpe a very
Anjir, si
significant
Meteor
lead in
bawa
getting the
MP.
Rolling Thunder online. The ever important ultimate.
Ah, sortnya
when
nggak akan
you're playing
dimajuin
on
nih taruh
Haven,
alarm
that
buat gitu mah.
lockdowns are going to be the things that we're looking to see fast-tracked by either side. You can see Carpe, King kind of keeping pace with one another. Munchkin, Goddead, somewhat similar there.
Yeah, at least they were able to get that going. As you see, the shock dart not going to get much, but just buying time here. Genji going to break down the barricades. Let's see if they actually do push in through here, as they do have the follow-up coming in from behind with the Meteor picking up the spike.
It seems like they do, but at the same time, they're just getting a good amount of util out of the side of T1. That's a smoke gone, the shock darts as well. Expended from Zeta, no drone. Just threatening this presence in front of the door, which it seems like they do eventually want to push in off of. Still get some kind of bit. So drone used that escorts them forward. They make their way into the site. Fault line as well to try to buy some extra space. And the smoke now blooms the back site to cut off intro sight lines.
And they clear out garage, and long is free. So nobody's on the
Wah,
side.
seal po. Dikit lagi lu po.
Picking up a shot here, King. Slow
Coba di
rotate
tap-tap
back
itu
in.
pohonnya po.
It's double push as well. I mean,
Ini si
he
King
doesn't have a
KR pede gini.
escort, but, oh, there's the pushes.
Kabur.
They're too slow.
Yeah, they kind of got stunned up, and now this is going to take a lot of power out of T1's push. As Goddead's right there, TS on the off angle.
EZ.
Holding on to the
Ya.
operator. And maybe they try to
Udah
hunt
lu.
him down from there.
Saping mau kemana lu? Dikejar lu sama Meteor. Asli, Bang.
Does have his own operator in his hands.
Kedengeran nih.
He's going to be the one maybe making
Ah,
first
fuck,
contact.
bakal ngeran.
He's pushing up a long. Intro trained in on this spot. They need the strike.
Observer yang bener lah.
See damn fast here if they want to be able to take it away, and the round win is blocking.
Iya, ngeblok lu, Ron
We
Win.
do get to see that Intro will be able to find the kill and hold on to the off.
The round win is
Kocak.
blocking. Not going to block the shot. So nicely done, and at least he holds on to that operator.
Tadi bang ada
It gives them
Meteor,
a
Meteornya yang mati guys.
crumb of confidence as, yeah, I mean, this was just not red. And
Gobble it up.
he's able to go in. He just essentially gets
Bang
the free
Kodok ada
kill.
Ricky
There's
kapan?
no
Udah
recourse.
kemarin.
He's able to repush in there even though they're both stunned.
Cek
in
replay
garage.
ya ada.
I mean, just look at the... It looks silly. It's such a juxtaposition of Saya player holding onto this operator.
Wih.
And then everybody else having frenzy. Sylvan will get tagged down to 53. He's looking to hold this, but now has to go ahead and put it away.
Anjir.
He does have some nice covering fire.
Si Manskin yang dapat loh.
So both jets going to be taken down, but that is all of the firepower that they had in their back.
Wah, buta total. Ah, ketripti konyol.
Huge. I
How are
mean,
they converting this?
Munchkin, he traded for Saya player's death.
Konyol,
and then the
konyol
flash
itu.
from Carpe comes out. It's so clutch. It isolates two of them. They're able to swing both Munchkin and Carpe and pick up 3 kills between them. And now Sylvan's alone with 37 health. Might as well just run away. I mean,
That
there's
dart?
nothing he can do. He's going to just be taken out. And Carpe will pick up
Enak.
another kill for the team. So very
Ban,
nice
ban,
round
ban,
one
ban,
for
terus
Maybe
ya,
that gets some
ban,
wins
ban, ban.
underneath their sails.
I mean, I hope so, but yeah, certainly a puzzling way for
Derek
everything
mau
to play out.
turunin sendiri apa
Good on Carpe
diturunin
again,
Lur
come up
TJ?
with value
Hah?
after what was a fairly quiet
Kok
round.
kalian ngejinx
Or quiet
gitu?
map to
Berarti
start
kalau
off.
RRQ
Munchkin
kalah
able to
nanti
push
salahin
out the back of
Razy
this.
ya. Catat adik-adik, tandain namanya Raijet.
Too. Very nicely done. But follow-up flashes.
Wah, kamu
full lines,
ngejinx
etc.
kamu dari minggu sekarang,
Slow the
konyol.
roll of Genji a bit. Make him a little easier to pick off was very good there from Carpe.
Sometimes, you know, pushing
Noted
straight
ya.
to the Omen and Breach
Apa
can
mungkin
cause some
bapakmu
issues, as we
saat
did see.
tertidur
They were
lelap?
actually blinded by, I think, both the Breach and the Omen, so
RRQ mana bisa
not
kalah?
much they could do, even with the better firepower. And Munchkin's able
Iya,
to
dia
shots.
Okta makasih udah join
So
member.
it's nice to
Untung
see
ada yang
him
join member ya.
return to that form, at least in the round.
Nice timing.
Genji now going to do what they did in round 3, it looks like, although a bit of a
Tas!
slow push here, actually.
Okay, well, that should mostly tell all here. Dart to make sure that Intro's not hovering in a close position. Looks like they also want to just try to drone him out of this. The spike is still not in the site yet. Usually they wait. I mean, that's good from Goddead. Waiting until the smoke has bloomed into heaven, not swinging out, straining that spike, and allowing for them to try to cover it.
Tuh, like masih dikit tuh, konyol. Di like lu adik-adik. Makasih Penta 15 bulannya ya.
The retake here, as there it is destroyed. Now they've got the attacker locked down as the push comes in from Munchkin, able to pick up one, but How about anyone else? It looks like the rest of T1 will have to delay.
Santai. Dia let's go balik.
Rolling Thunder comes through, and now Genji maybe in a little bit of trouble as Intro picks up two. And the swing out from the rest of the team. TS, he is not able to hold down the site, and T1 will get the retake in time for the defuse.
I mean, the
T1
Nano
divisi
as
Dota
well
kok
as the
bubar. Emang
Aftershock
iya ya?
critical
Gua nggak tahu.
wall just
Nggak
to be able to
ngikutin lagi gua
destroy
Dota.
The lockdown that is normally such a thorn in the sides there. And they clear it out.
Budgetnya buat faker kali, buat Baginda.
It does not buy them enough time, and they cannot hold the line. The Rolling Thunder coming out, again, mentioned that Carpet was able to build this one up fairly quickly. He's been holding onto it now for a little while. Is monstrous in enabling them to get back into the site and be able to take this in the end.
T1 viewing party still going strong. And to be honest, I mean, these last 2 or 3 rounds have been the best they've looked in terms of facing off against Gen.G. So Gen.G going to take a timeout here and say, okay, what's going on? It does feel like their pushes have kind of lost a little bit of power. Obviously, that last one, there were so many abilities and ultimates used on both sides.
Dia budget buat bring back faker tuh, buat Baginda, bro.
Just kind of getting the upper hand at the end.
I mean, I believe we had 4 ults available.
Dominasi regular season tapi dibatai di final.
T1 now only have.
Wait, mana grill, guys?
We've got a Blade Storm and a Hunter's Fury. That's about it for Gen.G. So yeah, it was a hell of a lot invested from both sides. But it is T1 being able to, finally get 2 rounds strung together. The only time they were able to do that so far in the series was when they won the second pistol on Ascent and then won the anti-eco from there. So this is definitely a step in the right direction, but still find themselves behind. Losing here, that's what would kick them back considerably, but they should be able to bring it within 1 by taking
ban. Layar.
King's got
udah setengah 6 bro, gak kerasa.
real firepower on the team. Other than that, just going to be
Pantesan perut ini udah pengen memakan sesuatu.
TS was down to maybe 1300. The Sheriff in half buy.
Nice timing. Swing on the corner right as the fault line connects. They identify where Saya players situated. And looks like they want to try to turn their sights over to B, but now this becomes so unassailable for pretty much every site. Barring a monstrous entry from me here, which
cakep.
is a good start.
Alah, eta nggak ada smoke eta.
There's smokes now.
Guys meninggal si TS ya.
Finish after that, but okay, Sheriff headshot from Goddead might make things a bit more interesting, but Intro's right here. King with the only Vandal on the team, and now it's up to Saya player with a Vandal himself.
Saya coach. Timing nih.
To try to lock this down. Doesn't really have good information on where the rest of Gen.G is, though. The other 2 players, the Sylvan is all the way on
dulu,
the right now,
Sade.
essentially has snuck his way through.
Hari buka beli apa? Hah?
The rest of the team have.
Gimana?
I mean, you 100% want to be able to play for this. The biggest concern is going to be if Sylvan gets himself into a safe enough spot to try to
Hari
disrupt with a
buka.
Hunter's Fury.
Ben, ha?
See if it comes down to that.
Oh.
For now, I think they're both just going to be situated in the site. They want to be able to take the fight together, which makes sense, especially given the King is at 15 HP.
Hari ini buka beli apa? Oh, madang. Madang aja, bro.
To try to keep them in this.
What might end up happening, based on what we see, is maybe Saya player gets the pick on the King and ends up being a 1v1, and King is kind of the information, just...
timing banget itu King KR.
Now they have the information, and now
Let's
they
go.
have the 2 of them, 1 from behind,
Thrifty
1 from the other
balik.
side. As a Thrifty comes through for Gen.G. That is just salt in the wound, man. T1, they had something going. And now, once again, it's kind of blown up in their face.
And this is the scariest thing about playing against Gen.G is kind of just Coach Bile and knowing.
Jadi saya tinggi mejanya, ya ditambah lagi dia, tambah meja jadi gini mainnya. Zombie.
Allowing for the team to be able to get themselves into this position to pull off a Thrifty when they lose their smokes off the rip. Right off the rip, trying to, do an execute.
Gua kira tadi tuh si Hari nanya si Hari. Nama gua kan bukan Hari, Bang.
A lot of respect has to be put down onto the coaching staff there from Gen.G. Counter stun is good. That'll keep Munchkin nice and safe.
Ini kali itu. Benar.
Yeah, bit of damage on a Sylvan as well. So that's a pretty good
BTW kalian udah tahu leak skin baru belum? Aku sih udah mengira-ngira ya sebenarnya. Gue tuh sempat mikir pas Rayak bilang 3 tahun ngedevelopnya. Gue ingat satu skin. Dan kalian jangan lupa di night market biasanya selalu
I
ada,
like this.
betul?
You want to be able to gather info. They're doing
Betul
it in a
nggak?
fairly safe
Aduh,
manner, as long
masa
as
kalian nggak
Munchkin
tahu
doesn't
sih?
overextend from here, but this drone
Yeah.
is gonna flush him out.
Nanti deh kita lihat
Tries to
deh.
go aggro.
Ini sih baru perkiraan ya,
Don't
cuman
necessarily
kalau misalnya
blame
benar
him
sih
for that.
wow.
As soon as
Gaya,
he was
bukan
left by
gaya,
Honest
bukan
Lonesome,
gaya.
and he hears that drone, he wants to try to swing off the drone right as it's coming out
Bukan
and catch the
pandal,
Silva before he can
bukan gaya
cancel it and
2.0,
draw down.
bukan.
He does put Sylvan to 47. So I like that play overall. I get where his mind space is at, but
Bukan
unfortunately,
2.0,
there's
2.0-an.
plenty of covering fire here from Gen G, so they're able to trade it back.
Absolutely, as now just gonna snipe him down. Will Sylvan is gonna take away a lot, but Zeta able to pick up 2 and Carpe.
Wih,
on the
gelo
offense, not expecting
Carpe.
that, and now Sylvan's alone. The only one to really do much here at this point, and 13 seconds left. Look like T1's in a
Arcade yang
good
mitos
spot
itu.
here.
Dueling
Even gonna
shot
pick up that
darts.
final kill. on
Bisa
the
jadi
side
nggak
play.
jadi mitosnya soalnya
Lobbing darts back and forth at each
di
other.
night market
Trying to
itu
see who can get that
arcade.
kill.
Yeah, we've gone full bow and arrows now.
Kalian
so-
tahu kan stiker yang
Okay.
game itu, yang game arcade?
We'll take another look at this again.
Yang alien
Curious
ditembak-tembak.
as to how the intro fully got caught. Fault line was used here. Should not have been sunned up, but okay, Zeta just plays off the back of the ping. Gets a great read on Meteor looking to push out of that smoke, expecting that sort of aggressive tempo, given that he had just fired his weapon and gotten a kill.
Katanya kan skinnya bakal wow banget. Si Rayak juga udah nyobain PBT-nya. Develop 3 tahun, apalagi selain arcade, Cok.
And a good way to keep themselves in this one. T1, they're looking to claw this back.
No, bukan
These
glitch pop.
last 3 or 4 rounds or so have been
Glitch pop
very
arc-nya sudah
kinda
ending.
tooth and nail fighting, getting really gritty between these two teams. As this time it's going to be a much easier entry for
Tapi
Gen
jelek
G. The
arcade.
last time there were 3 members
Arcade yang
of
dulu
T1
jelek.
on the site. One of them did get killed by the Hunter's Furious. King is just going to put an end to that nonsense. As you kill my little bot.
Maksud gua tuh
I will
temanya
kill you.
arcade.
And this is a pretty solid hold from the side of Gen G.
Kamu
Will
dikasih
T1
body serius?
attempt to
Tidak,
get
aku
in
masih
here,
streamer
as it
kecil,
does look
bro.
So 3 of them are pulling into long right now.
Looking to push this smoke. Munchkin could come away with 2 depending on how this timing goes.
Ya Allah, timingnya.
Oh, he pushes out
Okay,
though.
never mind.
Hapus lo Manskin,
I
Manskin.
guess, okay, so he was tracking the timing of the smoke. He tried to push before the smoke would have dropped. Ends up dying. Looks like Saya and Carpe will be the 2 that are able to hold on to their weapons. That's,
Oh, he's fine.
this is the 7th round now here for the side of Gen G.
Kalau di foto ada skin khusus buat Sam Inter nggak? Enggak, emang PB.
You're feeling okay. That's not bad for
Belum
starting
ada
on the
sih
defending
sejauh ini,
side.
cuman
Looks
mungkin
like Autumn's
bisa
gonna be calling
jadi.
this time out to try to ensure that
Habis
that
ini
doesn't
apa lawan apa? Zeta lawan DFM, Jepang.
I mean, the 1 round difference could be
Rarity-nya
pretty
eksklusif
huge.
juga.
I
Kata
think
Rayak
this
sih
time you've got the
eksklusif.
timeout,
Rarity-nya.
you've got the 1 round,
Katanya.
and then, you know, potentially you got the half.
Cuman ya udahlah, kita tungguin aja, jangan terlalu berekspektasi. Ntar tiba-tiba di Valor League,
wow.
wow gitu kan.
Wow.
Wow.
It's looked better, but
Wow.
it has not been great for the side of T1. You could say
Title
Gen G
sama
still
Ganbari
pretty
doang
good
khusus
stuff.
champion. Ya, itu ada.
Their pushes have been more solid. I'm gonna be very curious to see how this kind of tempo swaps after the halftime. I think T1 might come out swinging there, try to mix things up.
Kirain, tapi hampir semua game ada kayaknya ya, Ben.
T1 on this map so far.
Enggak semua game ada kejuaraan dunianya juga, Bang.
31%
Wow,
coming
grill.
into today. But their attacking win rate, 65. You know, rounding
Genji
up
win.
slightly there. So
T1 win.
65%. The biggest concern is that Gen G have a better defending win percentage on Haven than they do on an attack. It's not separated by too much, but it's in the range of 67% for Gen G on defense.
Buset, panjang bener
It's really
nulis
gonna
apaan
come
tuh,
down
cerpen.
to, a lot of mid-rounding and just, you know, being able to work on the fly
Si
and
Abang.
change up your game plan.
Si Abang, si
I am
Opa.
excited to see how that does develop as we get ready to go into the next half. But for
Susah
now, we'll
amat
see
nih nyari
T1
rekon
can at least
Phantom
make
di
this
store harian.
7-5,
Iya,
be that
susah
much
ya.
more competitive.
Yeah, I mean it's their timeout. Let's see what they have
Gue
prepped.
juga kalau kadang-kadang buka inventory susah nyarinya. Panjang.
Just going for a quick one in through a lobby. A side player is there.
Pagi Bang Nick, pagi. Yang berjalan daripada like adik-adik ya, masih
That
200
was
nih.
right there actually. Side player now pushing up through A as we speak.
Yes, again, I mean, he's been cheating around B so very much. Smoke goes up, blocking off Munchkin.
Bacot tuh Din.
Paranoia sent through towards that C site as well, but Munchkin just pushes in ahead of the
Ya,
smoke.
gara baca
And now
komen
he's
si
found
Udin.
Meteor. 2 kills. Still been able to answer back 1, but man advantage still going to be there for the side of T1, who are getting a very good sense of this. They already start rotating 3 players into the A side.
Lagunya begitu ya kan.
I don't want to see that one again. Sylvan, yeah,
Konyol si Gordon.
King is alone against 3. This is good for T1, who will pick up a first round on Haven
75.
right before the half. And the
Lu kira attack-nya bakal 9 loh, Genji.
They got
Kocak.
onto the B side pretty easily, as you would expect. The smokes are there, but Munchkin just kind of pushes his way through, and nobody calls it even after the death. It's just free onto Meteor as well. Like this kill, I don't know. I think you should know he's on the site after that first kill, but maybe the communication not there was pretty quick on the play from Munchkin.
Masih mana udah lama nggak lihat. Apa namanya? Jadi pembantu di rumah OSE. Jadi OSE streaming, nah itu Juan yang pijitin kaki, gerus-gerus kuku, tiris,
not respecting the call, not paying attention towards that backside swing. Probably should have pulled off the more aggressive angle outside of C-Link.
Maksud lu apa? Lah, jawabnya sendiri kalau gitu.
Right now, do T1.
Emang harus dipancing baru
Like
muncul.
Goddead had multiple different tissues, you know?
Just keep stuffing him in there.
It's just not the same one every single time. I thought there was like a special tissue that he prepared in some way, and then he kind of,
Klarifikasi Ju, pakai suara Ju, voice note cepetan Ju. Bisa 15 detik Ju. Ju voice note Ju, kentot. No dong, iyalah, gila. Temen udah kaya harus tau dong, guys. Hukumnya wajib. WJM.
When he has a tissue in his nose.
Teret.
It's as simple as that.
I wonder if there is something to be said about like the balance.
Masih ngelap lantai tuh, masih ngelap lantai, bro. Zero Kiryu, terima kasih udah jadi member, welcome bro. Igril.
It could be entirely placebo. But he does seem to widely perform quite well.
Makan, ya makan.
That tissue in.
Ju udah buka sana Ju.
The difference in their series versus DFM, dropping that one map and then suddenly the tissue is in and it's just like,
Jatim udah buka Jatim ya.
Sometimes you need that mental reset, even if it does require a tissue in the nose. Either way, enough about Goddead. He's playing pretty well.
Kan Creston. Ya apa salahnya sih nanya buka di sana, Bang? Emang temen-temennya semua keres. Gue login ini si Juan.
Now finds himself in a bit of a pickle. So he wanted to just rush right back out over to the site, but that's where all the members of T1 are at.
Bandung dulu, terus iya Jakarta Ben. Dari gue TK juga gue tahu Bandung duluan maghrib. Wow, Bang Meteor nih dek.
And that's going to be another incredibly dominant pistol round to the side of Gen G.
Okay, I don't mind the play from T1. I don't mind the idea, I should say. They try to send out a flash.
Mulai nih mocil maghrib Bang nih. Megang Genji atau T1, Genji lah. T1 kadang-kadang kurang solid. Genji lebih disiplin, rapi.
Alright, I changed my mind. This was dumb.
He looked pretty confused.
I think they
were orang Ciliwung tuh, lihat.
Oh, we can catch him off guard.
Kritikal memang jam segini. Stante juga ikut-ikutan nih. Ose aja ikut bukber bakal Preston. Enggak apa-apa. Itu namanya toleran tot.
Yes, TS not going to be in a great spot, but he's able to survive. He's able to get coverage, but he does go down. T1 able to get onto the site pretty cleanly here.
He TP'd on top of Plat, so he was not obfuscated at all.
Udah beli bukaan, udah. Aman. Woi! Konyol anjir, force buy, awas, kalah, awas. Awas, force stinger, awas.
Garage push comes in, Intro somehow able to survive through all of that, has got is able to hold it and is covered by his
Sorry
teammate.
bang,
Gen
mau
Z gonna pick
nanya
up the
aja,
ninth
Sense
round.
masih OP kah kayak
And that one
dulu?
was off
Udah
the force
ngikutin
buy from
Valo.
T1.
And that's just devastating. I mean,
Bentar ya.
that's as hurtful as.
Coba gua cek dulu ya sense-nya ya.
That is not great. Again, I don't mind trying something different.
Udah kurang OP sih gua rasa sih. Nggak terlalu OP Jona. Udah biar nggak terlalu OP lah. Sense kan? Oh. Nggak terlalu OP lah. Tapi masih bagus.
So I don't mind it, but they do find themselves now in a really scary spot.
That's going to be rough. They do get this paranoia through, and TS is going to take out Munchkin pretty easily dispatched of. He was just trying to set up here in mid, but no dice.
Itu loh yang ada si Tens, ada orang-orang yang jago klub apa sih namanya? Fuck.
See what T1 do from here, down a member.
Nah, kasih tahu adik-adik, coba itu dicerahkan dulu itu adik Jona tuh. Udah lama nggak ngikutin Palo katanya nih. Coba kasih tahu itu biar dia ngikutin Palo lagi. Seno, nah Seno betul.
He's good for it, and he is covering fire. TS doesn't even need to be there for them to be able to win out that push.
Masih bagus, cuman rosternya udah ganti rosternya.
It's just rubbing salt in the wounds.
And they followed up with a smoke.
I'm in here, Joe. What the hell are you gonna do?
Where the spike
Yeah, that. He destroys the alarm bot, immediately draws attention from both TS as well as King. They pivot, they kill, and Sign player at some point needs to die here. Spike is stranded. He's gonna try.
Galak buat Osin, mana Osin?
Able to find, a kill, take something out of their hands, have this not be.
Mana Osin? Oh ada, apa sih Jonathan tolol?
Yeah, no one's gonna peek. They might even just know that he's got the Marshall, and they.
Gue baru baca lagi Ose
sniff him
ketutupan.
out there in the window. Down will go Saya player, so at least he does.
Ditololin bah.
But yeah, that is a flawless to the side of Gen G.
Ju, mana lu Ju? Udah beres belum ngelap lantai?
Take another time out.
Ngilang lagi si Paci nih.
Yeah, I mean, burn it if you got it.
Masih nonton gak Se? Jadi widget gak Ben? Ntar gua gua update. Lu udah ini belum Se? Ngambil X Devian Se? X Devian udah ngambil belum X Devian? Nih X Devian Se. Ubisoft. Nih kodenya ngambil di sini Se. Nih. Kontol. Ini lu buka streamingnya si sabar. Oh ini masih ada nih si lirik. Si lirik nih ada kodenya ya kan nih di copy. Nih lu buka redeem Ubisoftnya set. Langsung di kopas ini set. Nah langsung masukin Uplay lu. Deh tinggal download. Tinggal tunggu email kalau kepilih close beta. Bentar gua lupa password Ubisoft. Yomisoto ngareka no no menipi kane modo kimi no yo soto. Mantap. Nah, sebuah tutorial cepat dari DBangkongS ya.
Started with the 2-0. But this is unfortunately for T1 not a best of 5.
Wih, gokil gitu. Freestyle.
Let's see how this one is going to go. This is pretty much the most important
FPS ya gamenya, iya.
If you don't win from here, you don't have an economy. You lose the next one probably. You're down.
Gue melihat movement-nya rada-rada unik, jadi ingin dicoba aja gitu.
Yeah. So if you're
Jonathan.
fans, hold on to your
Mana si Jonathan sih?
Animal or whatever you have because you're going to need it.
Put on your faker jerseys. And rubbing your Death Adder mouse or something, I don't know.
Something like that.
I actually don't know what mouse Faker uses, but
yeah.
Cuman itu punya SKT, iya
well,
harusnya.
Here
Gak tau
comes
deh.
T1. Gonna push in through the A lobby.
Kayaknya dulu dah kalau SKT ya.
Chance here if they do decide to execute on the A side. Obviously, they're not necessarily aware of it, but right now only one player. There are two nearby, and they're gonna start rotating over. Question is, does TS also start drifting towards A? Smoke into heaven for now. Fault line to slow them up. turret still not cleared.
Yeah.
And I mean, side player is just eating damage.
They're just losing to the turret right now, Achilleos.
Yeay, kocak lu Karpe.
Recon
And
ball.
he's just
Ya.
got a couple already. Saya
Abis lah sama King KR nih, Dek. King KR.
In the coffin.
Apa nama channelnya tadi?
This
Lirik.
round is dominant. Munchkin. Let's see what you got.
Anak apek.
1v3.
I mean, he needs to try to separate these into 1v1s, but
Oh.
not to be. Had gotten tagged up. God dead with the Guardian will finish. Swap the gun over to a Phantom, and Gen G just pushing back. I think
Aduh.
that out of the
Oh, meler gue ya.
4 timeouts that we've had from T1,
Ah,
only one of them
konyol
has
banget
resulted in a
T1,
round
guys.
win, unfortunately. They just have not been able to steady the ship.
Beuh.
That last shot, like the first couple were kind of, through smoke, you've got vision, you get the spray with the Spectre.
Aku bukan
There's a
dulu,
lot of
Bang.
smiles
Iya.
on the side of Gen G.
Jangan lupa di like dan berjoin ya
its
adik-adik.
entirety. So, okay, T1 now, they're going to really try to force this one with the money from the loss streak, and let's see if that will be enough.
I mean, no ults to work with. The closest ones, not ones that you.
Goodbye, Kimino.
I mean, I guess if you're a Saya player getting the Blade Storm up, maybe you pop that. But otherwise, intro, Omen ults, not necessarily going to be the most impactful. Whereas on the opposite side, King, I mean, he's just holding on. He's got this lockdown now available. Push up will be a trade out. Flash for some smokes.
Very small trade up second player. Oh no, he's going to go down there on long, and the rest of the team just going to group up and back away and look for the retake as they can. Now up a member.
Harus nonton streamnya ya? Enggak sih, langsung aja langsung copy lihat di chatnya.
Here onto the site in the first place.
Ada rhythm code gitu.
Just waiting.
Yep. Wait,
Kalau yang streaming lama setengah jam saya langsung copy rhythm aja.
Munchkin, is he going to try to overstay here is my question.
Kayak nunggu semenit 2 menit nanti nunggu emailnya.
Actually does get one.
Yeah, he's going for it, but it's a double detain.
Ya,
Once in hell,
kamu
will they
kena
check it? Have they
ditek.
checked hell?
Hellnya nggak dicek, guys ya. Hellnya nggak dicek. Hellnya nggak dicek. Oh my god.
Okay, that's going to be two
Wah,
kills.
Gen Z konyol hampir lu.
Is able to shore it up for the team.
Bro, what
Astaga.
whoa, my god. Okay.
Genji having a bit of fun here at the end.
Lu mulai streaming tahun berapa ya lupa? 2017 kayaknya pas PUBG.
Really,
Cuman konsistennya baru 2019.
That would have been
Tapi di stream crap, hahaha.
so embarrassing, frankly, if they had actually just let Zeta win this round. Good on King getting the time to swing out to be able to get that last kill. But
Di
that
hellnya
was
nggak dicek,
almost
kocak.
a complete and
Itu ada 5
utter
kode masukin
clown
semua apa
BS
satu
on me.
aja?
So King was getting pretty hyped up there at the end.
Itu jawaban gua.
As now he is on 21 kills. Saya player.
Satu ya bang, buset, banyak-banyak amat.
See if he's got enough. That is a bunch of knives already sent in. TS is just waiting potentially to push on through. No, he's just going to get behind the boxes. Meteor's here. Zone knives.
Wih, gila Bang Matt.
That was beautiful.
I mean, that was borderline, but
Anjir, masih di sini dia, gila.
there's the rolling thunder.
Ah!
Can't get ahead of it. Cloudburst are trying to
Mati
cover
lu,
for
Bang Matt.
himself. Shorty drawn out. The push in.
Ah!
Doesn't get it. Side player takes him down, but King is here, anchoring the site with.
Oh,
Godhead.
GG
It's
udah.
over. 13 and
Langsung aja
5
GG,
on
guys, ya.
Ascent, a 13 and 5 on
Kenal Okto dari
Heathen.
mana? Dari
Gen
Discord
G
Hans.
win the Gangnam
Dulu di bawah si Casper
taking
dulu.
down T1.
Well, that was
GG, Genji, let's go. Cairkan. Keluar. Meledak. Ini saya, gue ulangi saya, caranya saya. Buka tweet. Buka labnya Lirik ya kan. Mana sih Lirik? 어?
내가 이 노래 이제 작곡가가 똑똑하다 생각한 게
Kenapa lab dia yang kebuka? Lirik. Cari di sini di lab chatnya. Beta kode di copy. Rhythm. Set, submit, baru login. Dah, beres.
I mean, we all predicted that Gen G was going to be able to take this. It felt like this should be closer.
Sabar, apaan tuh guys? Gue pengen lihat.
Flank is good. I'm coming back over. I'm gonna flash.
Tense 4 years ago. Ya Allah, ini mah Jadul parah. Tenzera.
Oh my god!
You didn't have to do him like that, bro.
What the hell did I just watch?
Last player standing. Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Arena spawn, T-spawn, behind.
Okay, now you're trolling. Okay.
Dude, I'm drunk and I hit that.
Udah lihat di com C9 belum?
Was here.
C9 leaked comms.
Being heard as the loudest trying to go over A heavens. Now gets two from Dizzy as the wingman comes out.
That's probably true.
This is so cool. Oh.
Neon wall.
C9 leaked.
Ya pantas pindah sih Yai kan. Fans senyum-senyum aja rame kebun binatang. Nih lu tahu binatangnya siapa nih yang pakai killjoy? Sama yang gondrong.
That's probably true.
Gue udah download nih ya 60 giga kan. Gue tinggal play aman aja. Abis lebaran. Abis lebaran. Abis taraweh saya berangkat gak? Abis taraweh gue taraweh cepet lah ntar 7:30. Iya gak bro? Hah?
Kacau lu.
Abis Natal. Abis lebaran saya.
Emang ini gamenya kayak gimana dah?
FPS juga cuman kayaknya mirip-mirip apa ya? Mirip-mirip COD juga ada sih kayaknya sih. Cuman senjatanya senjata kayak AK-47, tapi bisa dikasih RDS gitu kok. Saya lihat gua.
Banyak senjata baru loh sama skin boss.
Ya? Katanya ini biggest war zone update katanya. Gua belum update sih tapi
gua kemarin main bagus-bagus sih battle pass-nya.
Oh iya,
skin boss yang basic tau gak lo yang
yang dulu
tentara yang biasa ya.
Yang cuman mukanya doang begitu ya.
Iya cuma pakai topeng tolol itu.
Iya.
Aduh ada 2 orang cok. XDP-an anjing. Gagal nggak nih game nih?
Promosinya sih gede-gedean saya sampai si Imperial Hall aja main. Dan ntar kita cobain lah abis 2.0.
2.0 ngentot. Biar pin anjing.
Kalau gitu bang?
Lama bang. Nggak bercanda bro. Kasian orang lagi usaha itu. Lagi kerja.
Snopo lagi dah.
I love when people challenge me to my own
swing
and talk shit.
Raiders Republik kayaknya nggak main-main ya anjing. Dulu mau main.
Gue nggak beli sampai sekarang.
Sampai diskon 75% nih.
Berapa duit?
Jadi 206.
Anjir, tunggu 10.000 lah.
Gue nunggu The Crew 3 ya dah.
Wah, kalau The Crew sih oke sih kayak saya asli. Anjing, swingnya ngeribet dah pemain gue.
I love when people
How's the iron?
Wah, kok Kak Ocean gak mau nunggu seminggu lagi kalau ingat? Hah? Apaan sih?
Hah? Apaan anjing?
Wah, kok Kak Ocean gak mau nunggu seminggu lagi kalau ingat? Hah?
Kalau ingat?
Apa tuh? Tadi lu ngomong apaan, Cok? Itu soal 2.0. Hah?
Emang minggu depan?
Emang minggu depan, guys?
This is already terrible too.
When your teammate think
Lah gue mah gak ngebet anjing. Belum 2.0 ya gue masih main.
Anjas.
metal ingot jangan mati metal ingotku combo. Tidak ada.
Apin Hakim, makasih udah jadi member lagi. Bos Tama terima kasih gift membernya ya. New meta apa nih?
Yo, let us know when they're coming out. They're coming out.
Oh.
Gak kepikat.
3, 2, 1.
Gue lupa nih ngambil Mordau nih.
Mordau gue udah. Berapa giga Mordau? Itu tentang apa ya? Gue lupa sih Mordau. Kayak Battle Royale juga gak sih?
Battle Royale zaman perang salib anjing, seru ya.
Oh,
kayak gitu dah. Gue pernah main sama Ocus tapi sepi servernya.
Oh.
Harusnya
Sama,
rame
terima
nih,
kasih
udah
game member ya.
gratis nih.
Ya, kalau udah warga Epic menyerang biasanya sih ada aja.
Seru banget anjing. Kayak ini juga apa For Honor.
For Honor tapi tetep aja mati-mati juga, Cok. Gue dari awal main tuh.
For Honor enggak gratis tapi.
Iya. Apa nih, Ketis?
Hah?
Iya. Coba enak gak aku yang joget enak gak? Enggak enak. Nah, yang kita lihat yang enak.
Masih ya Epic ternyata ya bagi-bagi gratis ini ya game.
Iya. Gila deh. Lah si Ratu aja.
Sampai berapa 7,8 juta like dan viewsnya sampai 116 juta.
Iya.
Kenapa bisa? Padahal itu nggak berhasil banget loh secara konten.
Nggak tahu ya.
Ada orang di belakang, ada.
Karena menurut aku ya, buat diri aku sendiri, aku kalau misalnya kontennya niat nggak rame.
Oh gitu ya dia?
Iya. Jadi
beberapa orang sering bilang gitu.
iya kan, jadi kayak harus iseng. Dari awal aku bikin TikTok sampai sekarang bio aku
Sampai jam
tuh
berapa
iseng.
biasanya Dik?
Awalnya
Sampai
tahun berapa tuh? Pertama
abis
kali
ini satu
main.
match lagi sih.
Kalau pertama kali main TikTok aku dari 2019. Tapi ramenya di 2020 akhir. Gitu.
Sebelumnya kamu ngapain?
Sebelumnya sekolah.
Sekolah aja gitu.
Sekolah sama
apa?
Sekolah.
Oh, kamu umur berapa?
Sekarang.
Iya.
Sekarang 19
Protes.
tahun.
Oh, loh. Kamu 2000 berapa?
4.
Loh, lebih muda.
Iya emang.
Kok tapi kelihatan lebih dewasa ya?
Soalnya lebih gede.
Ya, gitu.
Iya.
Iya.
Kelihatan dewasa.
Iya. Ya beda kan, pembawaan orang kan beda-beda.
Tolol anjing itu.
Ini gue pengen lihat nih 5 menit. Talk pot.
Mau dibilang lucu sama yang lebih muda kan ngentot ya.
Apa siapa?
Dasarnya cari rasa penasaran.
Dia dibilang lucu sama si Ratu kalau nggak salah.
Oh.
Kamu kan lebih muda, aku bilang aku lucu kan. Tolol anjing.
Coba.
Nanya sama orang tuh mesti yang ramah, membuat orang nyaman.
Iya.
Tahun berapa kamu lahir?
Iya, kok lebih dewasa. Keren, lo kok gitu.
Ya kan orang beda-beda.
Benar, orang beda-beda.
Tapi
Tapi kan
udah penasaranku.
oh iya benar, tapi nanyanya lebih apa namanya?
iya.
Lebih manis.
Ya udah. Kakak Surya dulu sama Kak Jeki.
Ya, ya gini contohin ya, kita contohin ya.
Oke.
Itu kan akhirnya kalau di TikTok itu kadang orang baru menemukan formula ramenya.
Iya.
Akhirnya formula diikutin kan kayak nggak langsung nemu.
Iya benar.
Awalnya kayak apa dulu kontenmu? Joget-joget dulu juga kah atau apakah?
Tetap joget-joget. Tapi dulu aku kontennya kayak pakai sound. Terus dulu tuh lagi viral banget, lagi rame. Kayak pakai kata-kata atasnya.
Oh.
Pakai kata-kata terus kita pakai sound.
Guys,
gitu.
kita nonton
Kata-katanya
ini enggak?
Aku kayak suka sama cowok gondrong.
Nonton
gitu.
Detonation lawan Zeta enggak?
Gitu, cowok gondrong.
Kalau nggak mau nonton, gua nanti taraweh gancang. Kamu nyoba game Dark and Darker? Dark and Darker berapa duit ya kuliah?
Nggak tahu ya, kayak cakep aja.
Sama Ki Prananda
Bebas. Satu map aja kali ya. Satu map.
Gondrong banget tuh.
Habis ini pasti Bang Surya tanam rambut gondrong.
Nggak usah ngapain.
Kalau
Biar kamu suka.
rambut gondrong tuh nggak ditanam.
Oh iya.
Enggak, dipanjangin aja.
Iya,
ditanam.
nggak
Kalau
dicukur.
kelapa sawit ditanam.
Satu map ya. Kalau si DFM-nya bikin ngantuk, skip dah.
Gitu.
Satu map.
Karena formula yang
Ya.
itu tuh akhirnya
Tolong Kak.
menarik kan tuh. Abis
Iya.
video
Bing.
itu viral, terus kontenmu tuh gitu-gitu terus kan.
Iya,
Akhirnya
nah,
tahu
terus-
apa yang pasar suka.
Iya. Jadi aku ya udah pakai sound-sound aja kayak dance-dance aja gitu. Nah pas yang tadi video tadi itu aku bener-bener nggak tahu.
Nggak tahu
Belum
rame.
berapa
Tapi
di
downloadnya
Nggak tahu.
riben,
Tiba-tiba
harus
aku
pakai
upload.
torrent. Wah, skip dah kul.
Belum sejam udah
Pakai
1
torrent
M
mah.
like-nya. Belum
Apa
sejam.
komen
Hah?
mereka?
Masa? Gimana
Lucu
caranya?
gitu-gitu.
Oh.
Lucu gitu.
Kenapa?
Udah, nggak apa-apa. Gimana cara supaya dapat formula 1M like?
Nggak tahu aku
Dik.
juga.
Kamu belum pernah tak?
Apa?
Masa sih?
Iya,
Bolong
aku
berapa?
biasanya cuman
Apa?
Udah bolong berapa puasa?
Bolong berapa ya?
15.
Belum lah.
Oh, berarti hampir.
Belum. Enggak hampir juga. Belum lah, belum bolong. Belum bolong ya. Belum bolong dalam artian misalnya gue puasa terus gue buka. Yang gak puasa gue ada. Nah, bedakan. Bedakan.
Ada yang nggak puasa itu.
Ada 1 M.
Ada.
Oh.
Lu udah puasa berapa kali?
Belum.
Oh, belum. Tahun ini belum nyoba.
Kalau dia kan sejam.
Anjing
Tapi
banget
di satu
tidur mau
video aja ya,
mau
di situ
boker
doang,
pengen ngerokok
gitu.
anjing udah ngerokok aja.
Jadi
Iya, lu mandi yang ngerokok gimana?
itu misalkan satu video viral gitu ya,
Etat.
hitnya gede banget ya,
Mandi ambil
katakanlah
ngerokok.
berapa M gitu. Nagih
Enak
nggak sih?
anjing. Bawa asap sama bawa sabun
Pengen deh
jadi
bikin
satu.
video lagi
Cobain dah.
Bangsat.
yang segitu viralnya, yang segitu MM-annya.
Asap itu asap nusuk gitu, nusuk hidung enak anjing kayak dingin gitu jadi kayak min.
Yang ini dulu.
Loh ini Bang
Bapak
Surya
mau
lo liatin
Oh, saya muslim
Bintang tamunya kan dia.
soon to be.
Ya, gua nggak lihat lu ya, gua nggak kesana aja gua.
Ya, ya.
Kamu gimana kakak? Kok kakak adek?
Iya, adek.
Iya Meme, adek.
Apa?
Duluan
Meme.
dah.
Oh, Meme itu ade perempuan.
Lu itu 60 giga berapa lama sih?
Ada laki-laki itu TV.
Iya kalau misal di
Berapa
Cino
ya? Ini
itu Meme
sejam,
itu anak
sejam.
kecil.
Oh, sejam.
Iya.
Udah
Oh,
pas.
di Cina.
Iya.
Meme.
Bentar tarawih
Itu
dulu.
juga ada kan?
Baru
Titi ya.
gas.
Oh, iya iya iya. Cici
Oh, baru
kakak.
tahu. Iya, iya.
Rame emang
Kamu
game.
sering nggak manggil Kak Jegel Titi?
Ya, namanya kita mencoba.
Kan dia lebih kecil.
Ini mental anjing ntar.
Ini kan
Kok kemarin aja saya sampai servernya down.
Ya udah.
Coba,
tadi
kira-kira
aku-
kalau servernya down gara-gara apa?
Tadi aku nanya apa?
Rame berarti.
Kebanyakan.
Aku lupa.
Sorry.
Ya, kalau ada satu
Apa bro?
Nggak jadi dah.
Untung ketutupan
video
dikit
yang
suara lu.
terus viral,
Iya,
jutaan
aku
view,
nggak.
nagih apa enggak gitu. Mau ada
Oke,
keinginan
cuman
lagi nggak
sebut.
untuk bikin lagi
Eh,
gitu.
Iya.
cuma gitu dong.
Kata gitu doang tapi
Pengen,
ngerti gitu anjing
Iya.
arahnya
Kayak
mana.
pasti nggak sih? Udah rame nih, terus kita kayak bikin lagi apa
Nggak rame,
namanya?
nggak serame itu.
Iya nggak serame itu, terus kayak kok nggak rame sih? Pengen rame lagi gitu kan?
Berarti ada resahnya,
yang-
ada resahnya
Lupa
juga.
lagi nge-vape
Likes
kagak
atau
matiin ini.
view itu
Gitu ya gue lagi berat banget
setiap
anjing.
kamu ngeluarin video ada
Buat lu
resahnya.
kurangin dah.
Maksudnya kenapa nggak works ya?
Enggak sih.
Kayaknya gara-gara
Enggak.
ini dah.
Tapi
RPF
kadang
Kuanvi yang
kayak,
paling baru dah masih
Kok nggak
broken
rame?
dah.
Gitu doang.
Viral gara-gara video goyang pundak nih.
Hah?
Iya. Tetet.
Emang kenapa kalau nge-vape sambil inian?
Tetet.
Enggak boleh.
Oh kalau lagi VCT.
Yo, yang ini yang Pasifik gak boleh.
Halus banget ya.
Anjing,
Halus
kenapa emang?
banget. Ini
Gak boleh bro. Riot.
langsung guys.
Sombong banget.
Kan emang udah
Order
kelihatan.
itu
udah pernah
open
lihat.
pre-order dari
Kayak monton dong.
9 sampai
streamingnya
11.
ada.
Tisu yang.
Klepek jenis baru ini, bukan plastik lagi.
Emang begitu Ben.
Iya.
Kok lu tahu sih gitu?
Tahu lah kok. Gue
Sangat.
di Nemo.
Itu yang mana itu?
Buka
Yang
dikit
Nemo
soalnya.
bukan?
Sangat manly
Iya.
sekali tadi. Nah, oke lah, ada sedikit ke koyak gini ya udahlah, tanggung. Ini ada coca-colanya.
Ben buka bet. Oh iya, sabar. Nah, ini dulu. Zeta.
Steezy as fuck.
DFM. Dah. Tuh. Ah, masih lama ini mah anjir.
Oke lah. Terus di
Iya,
sini
FYP gua
ada,
bagus-bagus
hey,
loh.
welcome
Nggak ada
to
yang
LD
aneh-aneh loh.
Family-nya nggak dilupain, yeah. Jadi nggak ada masalah
Lihat gadgetin
HP
ya,
Realme
review Realme
beneran.
sih.
Tapi biasanya paling depan sekarang ini
Apa?
sama
Yang Coca-Cola version Realme.
Wis.
Aduh gua
Realme
nggak-
Coca-Cola.
Ini ada
Nggak
dapat
pernah lewat
banyak
tuh.
banget stiker. Wah, ada Realme Coca-Cola, ada Realme, Dare to Live.
FYP gue isinya apaan
tapi
ya?
temanya
Kristen
merah
versus
hitam
Yahudi
semua.
anjing gak jelas deh.
Asik banget.
Cacat
stiker.
Kalau
anjing.
gua tadi pagi ini
Oke,
sih
terus ini.
apa
Wow,
Korea Utara
it's the real thing, Coca-Cola
luncurin rudal
ini.
lagi ngelewat di atas
Real thing
Hokkaido,
tuh
tahu
mungkin
gak lu?
maksudnya mereka nyindir banyak yang
Oh nggak tahu gua.
niru-niru
Gua kalau
Coca-Cola,
perang
ada
ini
Coca-Cola.
Cina Taiwan tuh gua ada tuh.
Itu
Yang katanya
apa?
Taiwan udah dikepung.
cuma cola
Ah.
itu kan nama minuman ya. Kalau
cuman
Coca-Cola baru merek.
Kristen
Jadi siapa
versus
aja boleh
Yahudi
bikin
tuh
sih.
apaan ngentot?
Asal nggak maling resepnya atau gimana. Terus ini
Nggak tahu
ada
dah.
quick guide yang
Sama apa lagi ya?
nggak
FYP
ada
ya?
spesial.
Harry Potter Red
Cewek
Minute
mah
12
ada
oh ya.
nyempil anjing aneh dah.
Warna putih-putih agak
Padahal
mengganggu
gua
sih,
ngeliatnya
karena dari
MU.
tadi warnanya merah hitam tapi ini warnanya putih sendiri. Terus ini juga masih ada warna putih ya. Oke, real. Gitu kalau kita bawa
Gue pengen liat HP-nya
nah,
anjing.
kita tahu lagi. Lo bisa tukar Realme 10 Pro 5. Jadi yang klasik dan yang oke, sip. Ini ada tusuk. Mungkin bagusnya kalau ini merah gitu ya. Tutup botol Coca-Cola.
Masih.
Bela-belain terbang 1175 km untuk rambut ini. Hey, it's Ray.
Hai Lisa. Oke, kita mau potong apa nih hari
Di
ini?
sawon anjing.
Potong rambutnya tetap panjang,
Tetap
tapi kelihatan ngembang dan nggak tipis.
Kamu emang asal dari mana?
Batam.
Dari Batam sih.
Potong biasanya di Batam juga?
Di Batam juga. Kadang kalau misalnya udah panjang, kadang potong-potong sendiri aja gitu ngasal gitu.
Ini ada potong sendiri.
Ih bagus juga jing ada stikernya
Desainnya
gitu.
patternnya agak miss sih.
Iya.
Oke lah.
Makanya ada stiker-stiker gitu.
Terus untuk colornya mau diapain nih? Ada request lain nggak?
Dancing.
Mau digelapin?
Sebenarnya kalau misalnya gue cari hitam biar nggak cepat luntur warna
Kita cek EPP.
Aku rekomen karena kan kita masukin ntar dark ash ya. Jadi kalau biar nggak balik ke kuning gini kita pakai sampo ungu.
Beli
Hah, sampo ungu?
Kamu cari ini aja Tresemme ada di mana-mana ada kok. Sampo ungunya dia warnanya hitam emas gitu dan bisa dipakai tiap hari. Ada conditioner juga.
Oh ada conditioner juga.
Oke guys, jadi masalah utama orang yang suka potong rambut sendiri pasti layernya dan outline itu nggak rapih. Jadi gue
Bentar ya.
fokus di situ dulu nih guys. Habis itu layernya gue angkat supaya looknya lebih jadi wolf cut gitu. Terus gue masukin warna dark ash supaya rambutnya nggak kelihatan kayak kering dan rusak gitu guys. Sekaligus bikin rambut kelihatan lebih tebal. Untuk stylingnya aku pakai Tresemme volume spray. Ini bagus banget buat bikin volume di akar rambut kalian. Terus terakhir untuk settingnya gue pakai Tresemme hairspray. Hairspray-nya nggak terlalu kaku gitu dan wanginya juga enak guys. Dan inilah hasilnya. Gimana guys menurut kalian? Cantik banget gak sih wolf cut ini? Meskipun hasilnya belum perfect sekali, tapi menurut aku ini udah jauh lebih bagus daripada ketika dia datang. Warna dark ash-nya juga membuat rambutnya kelihatan lebih tebal dan jauh lebih sehat. Kamuku sih udah happy banget deh. By the way, kalian kenal gak di siapa? Kalau kenal tag di bawah ya.
Aduh. Kenapa endingnya jurus andalan Apip sih?
Apaan?
Ini jurus andalan Apip.
Bela-belain terbang 1175 km untuk
Mencetin HP mereknya BlackBerry, temen nongkrong di kafe, gua di
Kata Baba doang anjing.
Keluar mulu.
Ketiknya kudu lincah, kagak megang duit, rasa pala pengen pecah.
Suaranya lucu
Ambil
banget.
baju kotor, gambarnya gambar kadal. Temen
Polisinya masuk lagi pas.
gua masih naik sendal.
Oh ini anjing. Kalau FV gue lagi ini nih. Footwork tinju.
Hah?
Sama workout.
Hazime masih
Workout.
kasih.
Ini apaan gue Yen?
Makasih Ban.
Main ngaco nya.
YouTuber ya Bang? Bang.
Kamu orang mana?
Aku orang Indonesia.
Oh iya sama dong.
Jangan desah Mbak.
Modi sih.
Kamu emang main TV ngapain?
Huh?
Modi.
Siapa ini?
Gak tau.
Lah pas banget dong.
Lu cakep banget sih Mbak. Gua minder Cuk. Orang mana Mbak? Orang Jakarta ya?
Indonesia.
Yang benar Mbak. Ini kalau ini cewek gua pirangin rambut lu Mbak. Anjing Cuk.
Kalau lu pacar gue cepmek lo, gue cepmek.
Mbak, jangan mancing Mbak.
Disangkanya cepek apa kali ya?
Nggak bisa dipancing Mbak.
Iya.
Tolol.
Keluar keringet dingin Cuk.
Keluar keringet dingin. Coba keluarin keringet dinginnya.
Terkena blokir Mbak. Jangan aneh-aneh. Ini belum TV Mbak. Gua ada 2 kali diblokir.
Iya ngapain? Kamu ngapain emang?
Nggak sengaja Mbak. Saya pakai celana pendek, pakai kamera belakang.
Dibuka kali tuh celananya, diturunin.
Mana ada Mbak. Kalau buat Mbak mah iya sih turunin. Aku dipanggil Una Mbak. Jangan diangkat kakinya Mbak. Aku udah bilang aku lemah.
Tapi kan aku mau kayak gini, emang nggak boleh, pegal tau nggak?
Tapi kan Mbak nggak tahu sih. Gimana ya jelasinnya ya?
Lemah anjing.
Susah.
Ya
Mbak
udah.
bakal ngerti bagaimana perasaan cowok kalau digituin Mbak. Ibaratkan baterai Mbak ada 1% Mbak lo. Mbak lemah.
Lobet, lemah. Kelas berapa sih? Lu kelas berapa?
Bangke lu, gua udah punya slip gaji, Cuk. Gua udah gak kerja. Gua udah lulus.
Udah lulus?
Lu paling lahir 2002. Muka gua aja yang bocil, Cuk. Gua lahir 2001. Nih, gua tunjukin KTP ya, Bangke lu bilangin gua masih sekolah. Gua udah lulus, Cuk.
Udah lulus.
Ya.
Kok tahu sih aku 2022?
2022.
Kelihatan muka lu muka bocil barusan lulus. Yang belum tahu mengenal kerasnya dunia. Lu nih umur kayak lu nih kayak gini nih ya, duit masih minta, makan masih dimasakin emak, tapi bikin story-nya tentang kerasnya dunia kan lucu. Kalau gua kan banting tulang banting harga untuk menafkahi dia yang telah menyakiti aku, mbak. Jangan ketawa mulu, mbak, ntar giginya copot, malu.
Stop. Siapa yang tersinggung?
Ya, jadi kan kalian udah tahu ya, Korui 24 yang 165, 1,5 juta ini yang murah itu loh, yang di Zeta ID. Tapi PU yang 30 hari ini
1,5 juta sih.
nih kan tai banget ya.
Kocak
Terus gue
gitu,
lihat
anjing.
gini lah
Kenapa ini?
penilaiannya.
Tepu ya?
Wah, katanya PU 45 hari, tapi nyatanya 6 hari sudah sampai di Surabaya.
Oh?
Dengan di Indigo yang datang gue akan belinya cuy. Nah,
Yang
Lu
datang
udah
30
check out nih ya?
FPS gitu. Monitor warnet.
tuh lihat tuh.
Sabar.
Min proses, hai kak. Tapi PO base-nya yang 2 akan sampai akhir. Ya, intinya dikirimnya kalau nggak akhir April, awal Mei ya. Ya gue tolak dong ya. Tuh gue tolak ya, hal banget. Kirain udah datang. Min batalin, Min. Ya gue harus banget nunggu PO sebulanan gitu. Tapi
Udah di review
Gak tahu ya,
GTA ID
proses
harusnya
gak?
aman.
Ternyata
Oh.
masih ada stok 1 unit. Jadi gue terima lah ya. Tuh, kalau ada gas, iya.
Berarti bagus, Bro.
Langsung diproses cuy. Mantap. Tuh, langsung dikirim cuy. Mantap Korui.
Yaudah gue beliin bu, saya beliin aja bu. Gak apa-apa. Saya bayarin. Ini nomor saya. Iya.
Nomor saya.
Iya. Apalagi mau apa lagi? Beneran cepetan. Ini Pak.
Itu aja wafer yang tadi.
Ambil cepetan. Pakai keranjang. Oh wafer doang. Sampo emang nggak mau? Boleh.
Sampo emang nggak mau.
Ibu belanja, saya mau ngobrol sama dia. Saya ada urusan sama dia bu.
Urusan apa? Ibu ambil.
Urusan apa? Lo kemana aja?
Ya, ambil.
Ibu sayang ambil.
Apa aja ya?
Nih ntar dibiarin nih suruh ngambil nih. Stoko kosong nih. Lihat nih. Stoko kosong nih lo lihat nih. Oh ibunya emang tukang borong.
Iya, dia.
Agen lo ya? Oh enggak. Oh, ibu buat berbagi. Ya udah ambil yang banyak. Itulah cita-cita gue kalau mau jadi orang kaya, berbagi terus. Bener gak? Betul. Kenapa nyengir?
Katanya THR.
Kocak juga ada orang.
Lu ngeliatin gue nafsu. Apa tiap gue kesini ngapain coba? Ke kamar mandi, yuk ngapain?
Suruh bersihin maksudnya.
Kurang ajar. Terus. Iya udah boleh dong, ibu cantik. Minyak ambil. Mau apa?
Minyaknya kayak setengki.
Emang punya dia nih, Se?
Ibu mau saya panggil
Apanya?
agen?
Indomaretnya?
Kagak anjing.
Tepu ya?
Emang ngontennya di Indomaret nih.
Oh, ngontennya di Indomaret. Jadi BA ada bentar lagi.
Coba kalau gue pramunya, gue MD-nya, ngantri sampai depan pintu ya nih ya.
Ngantri mau mukulin lo.
Orang ngumpet aja tiap kesini ya. Bu kangen ya mau Indomaret sini. Udah ngambil bu. Tuh gue udah bantuin sales lo. Ayo nih cabut.
Gak bisa di-like di PC lihat tuh, Se. Lope hilang, Lopenya.
Gak usah di-prank.
Kalau nggak salah dulu dia kerja di Indomaret. Oh.
Ya Allah. Ini lo buat bagi-bagi lagi ya bu ya?
Iya.
Ya Allah, Masya Allah mulia sekali nak.
Ibu dong.
Oh iya ibu. Yes. Gak apa-apa.
Siropnya 2 aja.
Iya.
12 juga nggak apa-apa.
Masih jualnya serut emang. Kan dulu serut pakai beginian ya sirupnya ya. Selamat datang.
Oh, mantan pegawai ya. Oke.
Silakan kan bisa saya bantu. Oh dia pakai dus, belanjanya banyak ya. Gue cabut ya. Ntar kalau di
Parah lo.
Ngintut pahit.
Cinta Laura Kale. Kalau udah dibeliin,
Op.
dia mau dibayarin, yang di sini nggak usah diambil.
Oke, Se, udah mau mulai. Mulai, bro.
Welcome back to
Yeah!
Pacific. We just completed match 1 between the 2 Korean giants, and now we're gonna go into match 2 with the 2
benar.
Japanese titans. So we've got Zeta and Detonation Focus Me from henceforth it's just going to be DFM because it's many
Aku pengen
solos.
makan tapi
Now,
pakai tangan, Cok. Gimana
Zeta
ya?
is sort of like the pride of Japan.
Map,
They've
map
been
1,
on the
map sokap,
international
belum.
stage, and,
Mapnya belum.
With this roster lineup, we see them perform before.
Aku pengen makan tapi pakai tangan, guys. Gimana ya?
And I know that Valorant has been blowing up in a way that
Sikat aja kali ya, apa pakai sendok dulu ya?
to reach the scope that it has
Ah,
reached
masa pakai
already.
sendok sih makan padang, bro? Ya Allah.
Concern, I think, in general for the Japanese region, and this obviously includes Zeta Division as well, is that they didn't have the same history of tactical shooters that all the other regions had. And so with the game being so popular there's a lot of pressure on these guys.
Anjay, Paci all in nih, guys.
Tokyo to compete. But
pakai sendok kan pakai tangan juga.
And of course, here
Nggak
we
enak
have two
aja.
Japanese teams battling it out to see which one is going to be on top. I think it's probably going to be Zeta.
Yeah, I mean, we want to see one of these teams go.
Sekte mana lu
to Masters for
makan
obvious
nasi
reasons.
padang pakai sendok? Alay kontol.
We were talking about this a bit earlier, what it means if
Sekte.
DFM wins
Mulut gue memek.
against Zeta. And that could possibly, if they do that today, that means both teams might lower their chances of either of them playing.
Yeah, Zeta's got to go on a hot run.
Chill,
They're
X
gonna get
Devian
into
nggak chill?
playoffs after if they lose today. I mean, they've had a decent start for Zeta. They looked a hell of a lot better last week against GE, but you know, it's kind of like up and down with Zeta. Sometimes they look really lackluster. Other times they look really good, and so I don't know what version of that we're going to see. Same with DFM. The first two matches, I thought, okay, these guys came to play this year. They're switching Suggest over to that duelist role. Looks a hell of a lot better. I was thinking, okay, this DFM might make some upsets. They might, cause some chaos. But last week they looked really out of sorts.
They did, and Zeta on the other hand did great.
Ya, makasih, Cil.
Depth really showed up. It was the depth that we wanted to see, and he just, he dominated. Now let's look at DFM's roster.
Wait.
We have an appearance.
Wait, what?
That hasn't been here all
Soldam.
season.
We're bringing Soldam back?
Bringing Soldam in.
Soldam, bro.
This
OG
is
Jet.
cool, and this could be exactly what Detonation Focus Me needs right now. We were talking earlier, like they're right now at the bottom.
Ditanya, Cil. Udah download belum lu? Gue udah sama Oce udah download.
Currently.
Yeah,
Ntar habis tarawih nyobain,
And,
Cil.
In moments like this, you need something new.
Gue ambil makan dah, bodoh.
Back because
Tangan
any
aja
more
dah.
losses, and there's a possibility it is.
Iya, Ben, main.
impossible
Oke,
to
awas supaya.
actually get out into the next phase of the tournament. So, I'm hoping they can bring it. Suggest has always been a player I've been a fan of, someone who's been casted in Korea for a long time. That's where we originally saw Suggest playing a lot of before he was picked up by a Japanese team. But look, I think this team is strong. They just don't seem to be as strong as the other teams. And if they can come in with something different, something original, something new, maybe we can see that change.
I mean, this is really tough. I think all the matches that we have today, whether the Korean matchup or the Japanese matchup, this is tough because now we're going to start knocking out certain countries as we go along. Let's look at their performance so far, because with Zeta, first I'm going to quote, does anyone want to say this with a really
The
dramatic voice?
long-standing rivalry between the two Japanese teams, they once again collide on stage.
Nice.
Yes, today is the first time they are facing off in VCT Pacific.
Yes.
And I don't know, how are you feeling about this matchup today, Paper Thin?
I think Zeta's going to pretty much defeat them pretty easily.
You almost sound like you're going to say a different word. You really think it's going to be that much of a,
I
like,
think
2-0? It's a 2-0 kind of game?
It should be a 2-0.
Okay.
I thought Zeta should be better than DFM than what Genji versus T1 was, right?
Yeah.
And Genji just blew T1 out of the water. I think Zeta should be a much better team than DFM, even with Soldam in, because my concern here, especially with Soldam in, is that Suggest has been the better duelist than Soldam was, previously, because we saw Soldam at like the Riot 1 event. We saw him at Lock-In. He wasn't very good. And then they bring Suggest in, and he's really good for the most part until last week. So my concern here is like, what is Soldam going to play? If he's just going to be that Jet one trick like usual, I mean, okay, but he's not as good at it as Suggest in my book. And so what is this going to look like? I understand Suggest, no matter what he plays, is really good, but I'm not sure that this is necessarily the best move for Zeta.
Yeah, I like what you're saying with this. It's I don't know how battle-tested what we're about to see is, and that's the big question. Like, it is a cool idea, and I think we need to see some new ideas if we're going to have any kind of success here from DFM. But this could backfire pretty badly.
Maybe he's not going to play Jet. Maybe he's going to surprise all of us and play Killjoy or something. Forsaken kind of showed
I mean,
showed us, you know, how you have a duelist on a
But then he
Killjoy.
can't make TikTok, you know. Can't make
Yeah.
TikTok highlights.
Then what?
It's not. Yeah. That,
No,
then
then
what,
it's all
Victoria?
chaos then, huh? Then what about the socials?
Well,
I mean,
who knows? I mean, okay, look, we were just looking at, you know, in the previous screen, we were looking at sort of the turnout so far with the match score, the scores. Zeta did win their last 2 matches in a 2-1. They did lose against DRX. I feel like that's just like
Padang, bro.
But DFM did lose 2 of their matches, and I don't know, maybe it's their time to
Nasi
rise from the
Wagyu.
ashes.
yeah. I think, like the concern here.
Tadi
for
ada yang
DFM
mau
is that they're
lihat out
worse
ya.
in literally every
Nih.
metric than Zeta.
Tuh, ODD, bro.
And, like not just in the previous screen, but also here you can see that they played Fracture and they played really well until one map they won, but. You know, otherwise, these statistics are pretty abysmal. The defender side win on Lotus is about the only thing other than that they have hang their hat on. Meanwhile, at least for Zeta, they've got a couple good maps. Lotus has been really strong.
Ada
for
yang
them,
jalan-jalan nggak,
whereas
guys?
that's a map that DFM is okay at. You know, Ascent's been okay. But
Ayang
you know, I don't
jalan-jalan,
know
wah
what
nggak
this is
ada yang
gonna
jalan-jalan
look
kemana
like
ya?
for DFM
Gini ya.
because I don't think that
Ada
sold out is
KD ya.
necessarily the right answer in terms of you know, if you're going to replace
Okay.
him.
I'll do it again.
If he is going to play a different role, then fine. Then I'm actually curious to see how he does. They've struggled behind Suggest, basically. The other 4, you know, whether the B, Zen, Free, Anthem, whoever. But these 2 are the superstar duelists. These 2, look at their stats. They're neck and neck. And we both have seen, you know, just nuclear performances from them at times.
Yes, exactly. Well, last week, DFM didn't do so well, including Suggest. The week prior to that, week 2, Suggest was on fire. He was great. And Depp was
Anak-anak udah beres
the
belum
other
sih?
way
Turnamen
around.
lagi pada turun nih,
One
guys.
and 2, he wasn't doing the best performance, but last
Oh, masih
week,
nih, masih turun nih.
Nggak
usah
against
di
EE was just
pop.
stunning. It was the
Oh,
old
menang
Depp.
lah, aman lah.
Yeah,
Tim
Depp
buah-buahan.
seems to have bounced back. And we talked about this a little bit with RRQ as well.
Depan jerami ada. Oh, jerami semua anjing. Banyak.
Bener Jack, bener Jack.
Woi, what the fuck? Semua gitu, close nih.
Mereka mau ke B ya?
Belum.
Lu habis kabi dah, 1 kabi.
Itu yang AWP Killjoy kan?
Iya. Di under. Stop, loncat dah. Low, uploading. Satu lagi, window. Under.
Gila juga lu Jaka.
OP.
The fuck, bro?
Match point.
What the fuck, bro?
Match point, oke?
Sabar, gue pengen lihat di sebelah.
Nah, itu dong.
Oh, si Bo main.
Beliin. Mau nggak? Berani ya?
Enggak, gue sendiri.
Turnamen iya, turnamen online gak tau turnamen apa nih. Lagi pada turnamen dari tadi. Udah game keberapa ya? 3 kali? Apa kedua?
Recon Han.
Nggak dicek sih Rit tadi Rit.
Kenapaan?
Tapi ada recon, gua hancurin ada recon.
Do you mean? You die. My.
No, I'm not die, bro. What do you mean?
Final gua nggak tahu. Ini kalau saya turnamen baru lagi dah.
Drone.
Kena drone, cuy.
Oh, di smoke Jack.
Iya, di smoke.
Iya di smoke.
Wah, dicek, cuy.
Mati tuh
Pakai
orang.
Rizon Hazi.
2 atau 3 garage.
Aku dapat long Rich.
Bawa sofa satuin AWP mati.
Stop enggak lu binatang.
Bacot bet Har.
Aku mau cross Rich.
Oh, lu nggak diajak kali gue mat cupu. Ngapain gue turnamen?
Dalam garage nih 3 orang nih, sumpah kayak tadi anjing.
Wah, udah mulai guys.
Gak ada apa lagi. TP tuh.
TP om.
Wah,
Garage last.
masa kalah ya kan?
Oke, naik dah.
12.
Oh shit.
Masa kalah?
Ada turret kok garage.
Balik ke window dia.
Ada turret.
Wah, nggak bisa fight. Udah menang EZ itu. Tolong moderator, maaf ya, saya makan dulu. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Mumpung masih panas.
This is VCT Pacific Match 19. It's the
Anjay,
battle
Oseolam.
between Japanese Titans, DFM, and Zeta. And they changed the music. This is different than last week.
Yeah, no, we had different music this week. I noticed it too because I was ready to have our clubhouse music moment
With
up
the
on our
East
it's
side?
so loud up on stage because we're right by the speakers at the caster desk. But it was actually a little more
Buset,
muted with
Cikro.
this song. So I was like, oh man, I forgot to bring my glow sticks. Well, guess it didn't matter.
It's a little more groovy.
Rambutnya si Crow.
Oh,
Oh, I gotta tell you guys something. So I
Aing
found
Thailand
out, you know
ya.
how last
Makan
week
apa
Dev
nasi?
had his head in his hands
Yeah.
during the timeouts. I found
Anak
out
kelas Jaka, wah
because
kocak.
he just doesn't want to look at the screen.
It's
He
resting
wants to rest
his
his eyes.
eyes.
Yeah, I didn't know this. Somebody told me, and I
Do you
was like,
think-
that makes so much sense.
He just doesn't blink the entire time while he's alive.
Well, it's like
Never miss a moment.
It's like a clockwork orange, pulling his eyes.
if these
open.
eyelids weren't in the way, I would never miss a shot. No, hey, look, do whatever you need to do to get through the match. And if you need to rest your eyes, put your head in your hands, that's fine.
Yeah,
There could also be some eye strain from stress, I'm sure, as well. But
Wait, did you guys see that? Takaje, was that a fake out? Did he fake out Laz?
Oh, did he? Oh man.
Or is that like a thing?
Takaje is known to be spicy. He's one of
Oh.
those guys who's got some.
He did the thing where you did
he's
the
got some
handshaking.
snark.
Yeah.
Let's call it that.
Whew.
man,
He did that to Laz.
mind games already. We're not even in the game yet.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I mean,
What if the coaches just start
Batu, guys.
boxing? Just
That's right.
Ditipu,
gloves
ditipu,
just,
anjing.
fly at them and they put them on and they just duke it out.
Dibantai loh.
They both tried to punch each other just there, but it was at the exact same
Yeah.
time, so they just blocked. I said, all right,
I
we'll
would
leave
not
it to the
mind.
game. I'll see you on the map.
yeah, I'd be down for some VCT Pacific boxing. I'm not gonna lie.
But
But
buat si
yeah,
Takeji.
this is the Japanese face-off right now. I know my predictions are a bit weird with this, but you really never know with the underdogs. DFM is definitely in the underdogs for today. Dev's got his hair up, I guess. The
Suggest
non-blinking-
got a haircut. This is old school Suggest hair, by the way. This is like years ago Suggest, so I'm kind of curious what that means.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How will this
It
affect
could-
his
it
play?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Top tier analysis.
This is top tier analysis right now, where hairdos are definitely. Look, if we could talk about tissues in people's noses.
Yeah,
I think
right. That's all we had to
hairdos
talk
is
about with
big.
God Dead sometimes as well. He put tissue in his nose. I don't know. Kind of weird.
All right, what kind of maps are we gonna see? We saw Fracture was, DFM had a good Fracture game, and Zeta didn't have any of those. I wonder
So
if it's in
Split's going to be banned here as well.
Zeta doesn't like Fracture normally, so. And it's like DFM's only good map so far. Okay,
So Ascent, all right, we're going to stick with the classics here. Ascent picked here for map 1.
Ascent.
That's going to be DFM
Map
here
1.
on the defending side. And
Wah,
for
Ascent
map
Haven
2
lagi,
is
bro.
gonna be Haven. And attacking side will be Zeta.
This is bold from DFM. They must feel like they have a good read after the way that, even though Zeta won on Haven versus GE, they must have some kind of read on how they can play around it. Icebox, yeah, okay.
no, Icebox. Damn.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know, Soldam, one of my favorite Soldam TikTok clips is actually him on Icebox. He's so cool. But all right, looks like it's going to be Pearl for the decider map.
Yes, but these first two maps, these teams have played against each other on these two maps many times before. Maybe DFM's got some ace up their sleeve, some new kind of approach, whether strategically, through executions, or through agent selection.
Super
Whoa,
curious.
Laz is getting
Laz is
Mantap,
focused.
Kot.
Whoa.
Focused.
Whoa. He's not messing around today. No, I mean, I think this is not bad for
Bang
DFM
Kot.
if you were able to prep
Masih
for
utang
Ascent,
jokes itu Bang Kot.
You know, with the fact that it was their pick that, that Zeta went for previously against G, you're playing the same two maps, right? Or at least two of the maps you saw. So you've at least got hope here for DFM if they've done their homework, if they've been able to prep. On the other side for Zeta, I just want to see them.
It's a mirror matchup.
Again, what a shock.
We're back.
We're all just.
Japan and Korea is
All
really
right,
got to think for this.
everything's in line.
Anjir.
All right.
We've done
Nothing's out of place.
Di sugesnya jadi pakai ini guys.
At least
Jojoy.
perceivably stronger team versus the weaker team with the same agents again.
Oh no!
Well, I hope it never changes.
Look, if I'm wrong, it
I
won't be
want
surprising.
Monday to be the same. Let's go.
But Zeta's
Mirror
great.
pick
They're
terus.
definitely one of my favorite international teams right now. I wonder if actually the pressure is higher because it's the same country matchup, or if it doesn't matter.
Oh, it's huge. Oh, it's definitely huge. I mean, you got to be super annoyed playing second fiddle to Zeta if you're DFM. You want to come out there and get that glory, and this is the moment to do it. Both these teams, you know, Zeta's been okay, right? You know, they've had some wins they've had to really work for, but DFM, they need something right now, because if they lose here, they are getting further and further down to the bottom, and then eventually they're going to be out.
Yeah. I mean, by the time we get to playoffs, only 6 teams will make it there. So 3 teams are going to get knocked out, and then after that, only 3 make it to Masters Tokyo. So who's it going to be? With that, I think we are ready to go into Game 1 of Match 2, Zeta versus DFM. We've got our casters, Achilleos and Valdez.
The casters, Achilleos and Valdez, are here on the desk, and we're going to be bringing you Zeta up against DFM. And this one, as the desk has very nicely said, is, you know, there's one team that's been performing well, and another team that is experimenting, which I like. You know, they haven't had a lot of success. They're throwing in some wrenches into the gears and trying to see what sticks.
Yeah, I mean, great job, Caster, just to highlight all of the talking points coming into this one, but one of the biggest things that surprised me was not only seeing Soldat in. I thought this was going to be a one-to-one swap with him and Suggest, given that we have just seen Suggest doing nothing but playing Duelist. Now, he's in, Zenfree's on the bench at least for game number 1, and we get to see Suggest picking up the Killjoy. So,
yeah,
curious adjustments being made here for the side of Detonation. Will it get them that win? And I've been talking about it, Tasel's just talked about it as well. There's a lot of implications here, not just in that this is a Japan versus
Lah,
Japan.
lebih begoan, lebih bego luan.
Also, in the sense that this could, if DFM are able to take this away, harm the chances of Zeta
Punya temen yang diajak ngobrol apa buat?
or even making it into the playoffs. So, no matter which way you slice it, this could have a very long unfolding ramifications as we go deeper and deeper into this tournament, because right now we're basically right at the halfway mark. For Detonation, they're looking to get that first match win at long last. For Zeta, a win here slingshots them at least temporarily into 3rd place.
Yeah, I mean, if the pressure rather wasn't high enough, right? Because, you know, they talked about the Japan versus
Tuan
Japan
para DFM ya, silakan.
They're on stage here once again. There's so much tension mounting already, including small little delay. We're going to get into the map as soon as possible, of course. Doesn't look like it should take very long, so that's not.
Dapat Soldam Ace 13 round.
Breaking desks over here in Pacific.
We do try to avoid that over here. And yeah, this is a very interesting thing. You know, I do like the fact that, okay, we lost 3 times. Let's mix it up. You know, I don't know if it's going to work. Obviously, you know, the critics coming into this one will say, I don't like this. This doesn't seem like a great idea. But maybe we'll say that until it works.
Love for the coach as well, being shown there for XQQ. Plenty of Zeta fans. I mean, this is kind of like a bang for your buck day as a Japanese Valorant fan.
Yeah.
Take a quick little fly it over, get to watch both the teams perform against one another, and no matter what, Japan wins, walk away happy, bing, bang, boom. Back to Tokyo you go.
Judul masih T1 Genji, oh ya bentar.
I don't want this to be like our first match, which unfortunately, you know, we had some hype
Zeta
behind it, and then sometimes what you
versus
get with the hype matches, or the, you know, the quote-unquote hype
DFM.
matches, that it ends up being very one-sided. But sometimes with the matches you think are cut and dry, those end up being the most interesting. You know, we already mentioned DRX versus Global Esports. You know, DRX definitely the big favorites in that one, but Global Esports made it a very interesting match and a really fun one to cast and watch. So hopefully we get that here with this as well, as so many of the Japanese fans have come out here to support both of these teams, especially Zeta. Having a lot of fans here.
My God.
Par for the course. Kind of anticipated here, to be honest.
Ayaya.
So, I mean, Detonation, they're looking to punch up in more ways than one. It's not just what we've seen from either team so far in the tournament. It's also just in the
Preman lagi bukber kayaknya Preman.
I'm curious. I just took a little cruise back at Suggest. This is going to be the 3rd time that he's locked in Killjoy in a BCT game or in any kind of official capacity. So it's not something.
Not the first.
Yeah, it's not something that we've seen a lot of. And given that it's limited exposure, you can only read into the statistics so much, but a 238 average ACS across those 2 games played, not too bad. So we know suggests he's mechanically gifted. We've seen that from him pretty much regardless of what he plays. People are saying, you know,
DFM terakhir menang tahun lalu, iya kah? Anjir, bobat ya?
And I think that has widely been the case for him in his career.
Mungkin hari ini kemenangan pertamanya.
Performance versus Giants, but otherwise it has looked quite true. The raise from him when he was back on the new turn, back on new turn in that era of Valorant, we would also often see him swap over to things like Breach. Now we've been seeing him picking up KO, still some Breach, as well as Raze and Jet yet again. So it seems like he should be good for it. And hey, I mean, if you're Forsaken to do it, just can too.
Well, we know he's going to be hit some nice shots, but let's see if that's going to help him across the line, as it looks like we are just about ready to hop onto our first match here, our first map rather.
Okay, bro.
Our first match, as we will be going back onto Ascent and then back onto Haven. So that's not going to change here for this second match of the night. But again, just hoping for some fun back and forth action.
Madang, bro.
Teams competitive. That's all I want to see.
Madang.
You know, regardless of who ends up winning this match.
Yeah, I mean, we had high expectations for the first series, but hopefully in the end it was nothing but an hors d'oeuvre so that we can get ready for our main course.
Enak banget dah.
I won't say
5, 4, 3, 2, 1 kita tutup dulu ya.
Americans, we've bastardized the word, to be perfectly honest.
Nice.
Anyway, 0 point up over the top, looking to scout and see if anybody's going to be holding close at A. No one to be found, and Zeta just going to continue with this 4-man creep up. Drone at the ready. See if Laz is able to get some decent info, but this is the KJ stack setup.
Gonna send their jet in right onto the site. Let's see how this works. As right around the corner is Nagate's able to pick up that first one. Crow at least able to pick off one, but it does look like they are backing out of this position. As meanwhile, in mid, some interesting firefights. Tennis taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, trying to go for this little flank angle, catch somebody off guard, but seems like it was sussed out. Goes down to 16 HP. Soldam for now going to be the lone player from DFM, splitting over towards the B site. Well, Zeta very much just cutting noise as best it possibly can and trying to figure out what the best course of action is going to be from here.
Bungkam lah.
I mean, rather, DFM not sending anybody over. They're so worried about this mid presence. They haven't really been able to send anybody over towards B to reinforce and have this 2-2 split.
Yeah. At this point, I mean, you know, knife on a B, you do see a little bit of a angling over from Anthem, but not too much. He goes back to A, which they're mostly stacked at, as now definitely going to hear this is Soldam.
They have 12 seconds. The spike gets dropped out in the open. It's going to be bad times.
10 seconds left.
Soldam tucks back away. They managed to get Crow into the site, so now he can get this plant down, but how do they try to hold this off? 4 players. The headshots need to be cleaned. A couple taps on the Soldam to take him down to about half HP.
Nice little angle, but it's only going to be one for the side of Laz. So now it's Crow against 3. It's got a very interesting angle here, and they will not be able to
Oh my god, Crow dapat 4
make that a 4K on the round as Crow pulls out a mega clutch here in the pistol round.
What a way to drag that back from the brink.
Derian Popom 100% ya guys ya. Let's go, langsung aja dibuka celananya.
There's been a lot of scrutiny directed at him from the fandoms, but that's a hell of a way to kickstart this series. To pull that out, I mean, it was looking like there was no hope in hell that he was going to be able to pull this out. But taking even minimal damage, 74 HP remaining, and Stony Face at the end of it all. Crow picks up a 4K to win the pistol from Zeta. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, and definitely the best ceremony, which is just do nothing with a blank face, because you do this all the time. Like, you know,
I mean, hey,
Crow's just so awesome.
Mako does it, and he's really good. So maybe we all just need to cut emotion when we play the game, and we'll just start excelling.
Just take it for granted. And just Crow does it every day of the week. Well, that's going to be a great start for Zeta, essentially salvage. Let's see where they go.
Apa nih RRQ guys? Minggu depan ya?
The beginning of that was all DFM. They
Pas Lebaran kayaknya dah.
Very nicely. Nice little rotate out from Zeta. As they do eventually win, of course, as now they are once again taking it slow here.
Yeah, not looking to push the pace.
What the fuck?
Zeta, we've seen from them, they like to condition quite a bit. So when they want to go for a fast hit, you'll know it right off the rip within the first 5 rounds. So go ahead, they just play this out quietly, let a minute 10 bleed out. Now they'll go for the spike plant. And the Caterpillar smokes do allow for this entry to come in, but everybody's just completely and utterly blind.
Yeah.
Sold out with a shorty, will be able to find one. That's an El Clasico move from him, of course, on the jet, but it's only going to be good to help find a second kill. So Zeta will go ahead and move up to 0, retaining 3 of their weapons.
Pretty decent. About as much as you can expect from the side of DFM, especially pushing through smokes,
Ten belum banget,
and everything.
Belum bangun, Ten.
Laz essentially kind of holding it down there from the top as...
Hey! The Zeta watch party has seats this time.
They are really...
Sekarang duduk ya watch party-nya ya.
So pumped.
Minggu kemarin berdiri.
I've never seen anyone more happy for a round like that. But yeah, good stuff. Love to see the energy from the side of Zeta. As they've gotten off to a nice start here.
For context, since they weren't here last week, they
Ngebet
had
itu
a
sistemnya
watch
gimana?
party, like a cafe
Gak
booth
sistem
standing.
gimana? Ngebet aja biasa.
Just standing there. So I'm glad to see people being comfortable setting some seats this time around.
Ngebet anti dosa di sini mah.
We'll just spot the turret. He'll take that down. Stop giving them that little contact util to play off of.
Kamu udah S1 Ilham Abdul Rahman tapi nggak bisa judi, goblok juga kamu. Kalah sama yang lulus SD.
As here they go pretty quickly. This is spotted though. Soldan is right here. As the spray not really going to get anyone, but he did do a decent amount of damage, and now he's got Suggest as well on the site.
JP 60k. Jepang memang rame bro. Rame banget.
Now not going to go onto the site and they go through the back actually.
I mean, this is a changeup, but one that should at this point kind of be expected. You've got 3 people situated on the B side.
Kebe. Anjir skema alter ego kah guys?
Either ramp. So the call has to go out to the likes of Takaj as well as Anthem that they're going to end up splitting the ball towards the A side. So I like
alter
the
ego
redirect
jadul
here
nih.
from the side of Zeta. It's whether or not it works out. Takaj does get spotted. He's getting pinched on both sides. Finds the one. Wins the first fight. Looks around him and overwhelm him. The Vandal now in the hands of Sugar Zero as the A site is theirs.
Well, at least he was able to trade 1 for 1 as 11 seconds there is the plant.
Anthem noted.
Yeah, 3-4. Sugar Zero underneath here in hell. He's got to put the smoke down. As from lobby here is going to be 10. They're trying to hold it down.
You expect a lot of this has to be on Sugar Zero. Highest HP on the team at the moment. 10 going to be taken out. So aiming pressure now eliminated.
Sugar Zero. Tepe.
12 bullets in the clip. The tap.
Wah, ente.
Anthem will be able to get this kill and the defuse to put DFM on the board, but that's 4 rifles gone. The adjustment from Zeta ends up working out pretty damn well. They don't get the round victory like they would have liked, but this is
Geli
going to be the
sendiri
next
dah
best
gua
case
bangsat
scenario
dah.
for
Kalau
them.
geli berarti doyan.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. Very elongated round after their extended push through the spawn.
Kalau geli kan kona.
Zero, as you mentioned, it was going to come down to him. He picks up 2, but very low on health.
Kirain uang beneran, enggak bukan.
Doesn't even need to hit him.
Poin-poin loyalty doang Ham. Buat fun aja, buat fun. Ber kalau mau top up boleh pakai Sosiabas. Ntar naropin dulu.
Take a look at
Anjing!
of the economy here. You see that DFM just not
What economy?
even, yeah. I think they've got 1 Vandal.
Not great.
Yeah.
Soldam, I mean, looking to go really aggro, and this should tell them quite a bit of information, especially as he swings out into the spawn. That, yeah, this is going to end up being a B hit. Everybody's on this side of the map. Couple stray shots going across. Will tag them down low. I mean, look at the HP bars again of Crow and 10. Quite a bit of damage across, but it's only going to be Crow. He's left on the ground. He's resable.
Definitely, and there he is.
He's back to 100 now.
Yep. It's going to be really rough for the side of DFM. As immediately Laz here in B main, and he's just waiting for the rotation around. He's able to pick up that kill. It's looking really strong for the side of Zeta as there are only 2 members left. Anthem's just trying to get whatever information that he can.
He'll get full flash there. Depth able to take him down as the reveal comes through. Just a nice little wall bang from him. And 10 will find Takaj. So Crow, the only casualty. He died twice in a round, effectively. But giving his life for the cause. Zeta moving up 3-1. And it's just unfortunate. I mean, Anthem is trying to bring them back into this. He's trying to open up the approach towards B, but he ends up just not flashing into smoke.
Halo!
Forward, trying to get over towards switch.
Bang, mau anime hidup ini. Wow.
Slowed down.
Siapa itu Yuki Asuna? Kalau Asuna aku mau. Makasih 10.000-nya, Bang.
No need to panic.
Whoa.
So, you'll note he had a Vandal in the last round. Now he's got a Stinger, whereas his team is on Vandals. So they're not together on this one, you know.
He does have Blade Storm,
Yeah.
so he can pop this. I don't believe he's done it yet. There you go.
There you go. Okay, makes sense.
Alhamdulillah sudah
Stinger, just in
kekenyangan
case he does find
ya.
himself in a up close and personal situation and the right click, you know, if he doesn't have enough knives to.
Salah beli padang, Bro. Kebanyakan bro nasinya. Aduh, ampun dah.
Let's see how this goes. Zeta once again actually gonna just slow things down.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You think about that rush coming through in the last round. Soldan really pushing the envelope, clearing out that A side. Just sit back, wait and see if it happens again. Now they'll start figuring out where exactly they want this spike to end up. There's one thing that we have seen from Zeta is that they are a very patient and slow-playing team.
Biasa.
That has bit them in the rear from time to time when it comes down to trying to get that spike out onto the site with very limited time remaining.
Aku juga mau pedang. Itu pedangnya pom aja tuh.
Let's see how this one goes. Depp on the site once again.
Soldam, Korean Jet, anjay Korean Jet, konten YouTube, wah, gagal konten guys.
Pulled enough of the weight of the team, and it's only Laz now who's like, well, I guess maybe I'll just run away then. Never mind. There's a nice hold here from the side of DFM.
Yeah, I mean, trying to just open things up there for the squad.
Hampir masuk TikTok tadi.
10 seconds
Not quite gonna do it. I mean, Soldan, that's the kind of Soldan play that we want to see. This is the thing that made him famous. Granted, you know, normally he hits those right clicks. But it was still a very good effort. He's the only casualty here in a round that DFM really need to win. Otherwise, they're going to be knocked back onto yet another Thrifty. So overall, fantastically played. He did buy down, but it was widely just a Stinger that was left on the ground. He's got enough money to be able to get this full buy in the rest of his team as well. Starting to really get well situated economically. Just great. Overall, what you want to see from Soldan. And this was what was lacking over at
Pomtifa. Whoa.
Had us really hyped up when we saw that he was going to be starting for this team. We said, oh, the plan from Detonation is actually to enable this guy who has not been competing for a while. Not since we really saw him on Northemption trying to push his way in through the LCQ into Champions all the way back in 2021. Then he disappeared for a while, like the Avatar.
I mean, maybe this is part of the reason why he's back in as well. You know, maybe it doesn't even have to do anything with their loss streak. It might just be, hey, he looks like he's on form now. Let's give him another chance and see if that helps us out. And so far, it's been pretty good. I mean, it hasn't been like a solo carry or anything like that, but definitely a nice impact so far for the roster of DFM, as Depp himself has been opening things up on this Jet, as does take a big chunk of damage for that kill.
So too does Crow, backing away. Look at the dash out, but I mean, you look at that util stack on the B side from the KJ. There's no turret set up to play across to make contact in the market. So it's basically just suggesting, all right, I'll watch the angle, and then he ends up losing out of the fight. It's just a good entry, or a good opening kill there from Depp, who, even in Zeta's losses, I'll maybe hold this thought.
Oh man, Rada. Okay, very nice. Picks up two. It's going to give some good information to the team as coming on over here, Takajay.
TP's in.
Yeah.
Whoop. Soldado mati, Soldado.
Very good for the first kill.
Takeji. Ah! Makin di T-back tuh Takeji, bener lu.
Now planting Sugar Zero as down will go Anthem.
Batu sih tadi.
On the rotation over to be outside
Fisbam
of those two
bohongan ya kan si Takeji. Ya.
They're able to clear everything out onto the site and get the plant down.
Yeah. A bit of back and forth now between the teams. Yep, there's that opening. I mean, it's such a small, narrow little sight line. He's able to win it out and even gets, I believe, dinked through the corner of the wall there.
Tidak bisa diandalkan DFM masuk.
Just barely off being able to get that one-tap elimination. And then from there, they're able to take it. So,
Belum, kali ini kan mapnya Zeta,
Economy softened up yet again. You see a little bit of a half commitment widely across the team here for the side of DFM. Soldan just going to be looking to work some
apaan tuh
magic.
Ben lah, masih caper aja lu. Pertanyaan masih sama dari tahun ke tahun.
That's a nice angle to hold. Doesn't look like Zeta have any intention on pushing out there. Nice little bit of damage on a 10.
I mean, Detonation fully do. 10's going to try to buy himself some time.
Anjay, the Korean Jet.
Will eat a bit of damage though from that friendly fire fragment from Anthem. I don't think he's going to be very nonplussed about it. Finds the kill, that's what they wanted, but now they have to try to retake A.
And at the end of the day, you know, like how many times have we seen like 5v5 retakes on the A site? That's happened many times, but now this time actually Zeta are down a member. So maybe, you know, in this round where you don't have a lot of firepower, you find the one pick, it's actually going to feel a lot better, obviously, for the side of DFM. Gives them a better chance
masih
here
dengan Sakura Pandalnya.
in a rough spot.
Mantap.
That should make them suspicious, especially now that he's been seen. Told them, however, previously
Berani buat gila.
falling quite quickly.
He's got some smoke.
Oh my god, Las.
Back
Ang
and
jago nih orang.
Laz is just holding down wine by himself.
Nasty stuff. Good push out. A nice one tap with the Guardian from Reda. But given the time remaining, this should be about as good as
Clean, bro. Anti getar, bro.
Maybe some exit kills. Nope. Maybe some exit. No.
Nggak es, Bang.
Let's give Laz the fourth.
Ben, ha.
Saying, okay, you know what? These aren't the best
Kan
weapons.
belum bangun masih ada yang lain, betul. Kalau Las mah udah paling stabil.
Move on with their lives.
Kalau nanya, iya kan gue udah bilang. Apa?
Have to, I don't, well, they don't have to give away the kills, I
Kata
suppose.
orang mau jual gear gaming Indonesia. Apaan sih, ngentot? Kata orang-orang mau jual gear gaming Indonesia. Ngentot makin aneh luan, anjing. Ngejar si Repa nggak dapat jadi aneh.
Maybe getting a little bit desperate there at the end. Zeta's been holding it down. Is Recon Bolt gonna catch one? It looks like, but Zeta's been really good about the control of their pacing. It's something you mentioned early on.
Katanya mau jual gear komputer. Siapa yang mau jual?
Super fast, and the other day they're just sitting back waiting for 30 seconds left on the clock.
Gue jual mouse doang paling.
Or something like that. So
lagi nggak kepake, jual aja dulu.
to try to figure out exactly what the plan of Zeta will be.
Pulsar, lu mau beli pulsar gua? Ambil aja.
Not being able to build up any kind of econ, and because of that, they might.
Lu kan bandar mos, ya sok ambil aja nih pulsar X-Lite. Oh, masih ini banget, masih mulus.
And that's pretty brutal. We've seen just how impactful they can be, especially in the hands of a player
7
like
juta lah buat Alwan.
To not have that, it feels like you're losing quite a bit of
Wow! Oh, Seoldam!
We could just do that to you, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I'll take that. That sounds good.
Army talking smack about his money.
Gak dulu Ben, gak biasa mos gitu.
They took that personally.
Yeah.
Ya udah.
And now the rest of the team Zeta looking.
Nintendo Switch bawa, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch.
Will be taken out as they might be able to get on in here and deny this, but.
Lockdown set, but gets cleared by the Hunter's Fury.
Hello, Nope.
Now left on an island and dead on that island.
Yeah, not Lonely Island anymore. Well, I guess it was kind of actually. He was alone. As these two members.
Lu harus cobain dulu Wan. Dari Ambidex pindah.
And to save
mantap.
these guns. So more downtime.
Aku tidak membutuhkan Nintendo, iya.
What went wrong?
Aku juga tahu kamu nggak akan main.
You get that initial
Soalnya di
pick,
Nintendo nggak bisa cari cewek
kind
kan.
of have an idea of what Zeta's plan is going to be. You have a good setup on
Padahal bisa
the
loh
B
ada
site,
ininya.
and that you get clean.
Ada Animal Crossing.
Yeah, kind of missed the first, kill coming through there onto Reda.
Ya tidak kapan main nanti malam jam 2 jam 2.
They know how important and impactful it is to take away these weapons, so they're just gonna go rushing for it. They know that there's no hope of any kind of ninja defuse, so just go for it. See if you can kill him. A site going to be the first place that you would suspect. Flash. Do they set it up? They've got the turret to try to swing out. And that's still pretty damn solid for Zeta. Now 6 on the attacking side.
So now Takade is going to say, hey, how about we take a timeout with my one that we have.
Detonation focus me.
As take a look at this first hit. It is so clean.
Oh. Not what I was anticipating, but yeah. I mean, good read from Sugar Zero. You set up a smoke, you spray into
Lah, masih ada yang berdiri ternyata di belakang.
He got one.
There are so many people there.
Iya, karena timeout lu kadal.
Oh, I mean, Tokyo.
Lah, like-nya masih 300 aja adik-adik dari kemarin.
Once that rolls around, and given the form that Zeta
Gak mau subsidi aja.
There's, more and more chance and I think faith in them being able to make it there. Still a long road ahead of them, but we have been seeing some of the teams that started out at the top starting to falter, and Zeta, while they had started out near the bottom, have been rising. So could very well be that we get to see these guys in front of a home crowd in a couple months' time.
Hope so. I mean, that would be really hype. And
Kalau Apak DRE, kalau Amerika Loud, kalau EMEA
could be
Fnatic.
towards the upper echelon at least, like the top half of VCT Pacific.
Amerika Loud.
You know, as long as they continue with this. Saw a lot of frustrated faces on the side of DFM. I mean, it's
Kayaknya
kind of
bisa
a sign
dikalahin
that,
sama
okay,
C9
nothing is
dah.
working. You know, when you're in the game, you try a bunch of things. Oh, well, we got stopped here, we got stopped there, and also
Yang nonton tadi di Warkop ya rame banget kan. Seru. Layar tancap.
and yeah, I mean, Zeta's kind of had their number at almost every turn. So let's see if this timeout
Iya,
helps.
Brazil kayak kalau sama tim NA kayaknya C9 bisa dah.
Alright, well.
C9 baru ini semenjak si Rooney IGL. Wow banget.
Soldam. The lone rifle handed over to him to look to try to break things, or break down. Oh, yes, but Depp is just rushing in. No disregard, no respect at all for the sheriffs on the opposite side. Soldam now dead. The Vandal on the ground is recoverable. But with the door getting shut, it feels like that's just DFM getting shut out of the round very swiftly here.
Yeah, it does feel like it. I like the play from Depp. You're not giving any chance for like sheriffs to hold weird angles and just.
C9 udah kalah bukannya sama Lot, itu kan awal. Sebelum ganti kan.
You get in their face and he's almost always going to win those firefights from there. So. Nice aggressive play from Depp. That's exactly what we want to see.
Timing.
And on top of us here is Depp, and that's another one to Laz. Will it be flawless? As he's like, please, just one gun, just anything.
Tapi Rooney main kemarin kalah sama Lot, emang iya ya?
No, because Zeta is pretty
sesudah ganti.
Demolishing right now. 7-2.
Not even a crumb.
Tapi ya kalau kalah ya, emang iya ya?
Hot damn Laz.
Oh iya deng, 3 map ya baru inget gua. Kalau nggak salah kalahnya di map 3 dah.
And he is somebody that, you know, Zeta fans that have been around for a while have been
2-1, iya benar, map 3 kalahnya kan.
more impact in the lineup because he was the guy when they made their run back in Reykjavik when they had this incredible performance and outdid everybody's expectations. Laz was one of the ones who was very much leading the charge in that regard, was finding.
Iya masih Levi, enggak udah di itu di DSG.
25.000 dari Ujang
Goblok,
Asbes.
Ujang Asbes.
Pesan,
Anjing.
Bang Tutor bikin balon pakai air ludah.
Udah nggak bisa Bang Ujang.
I've been really impressed by Depp as well.
Ini gue udah tahu banget kan guys, ini teman komplek gue nih. Dari dulu nicknya Ujang Asbes. Kalau nggak Jah cacat sekali. Cacat anjing teman-teman komplek dah sumpah. Tapi pada sukses. Terima kasih ya. Semoga kamu sukses terus Tot.
And it's been very nice outside of the the big numbers. As let's see a little push out here from Soldam and his friend Anthem, or not Anthem, Takajay over there.
Nggak bisa yang bikin balon.
See what they get out of this. Definitely a decent amount of information as now Anthem is going to rotate out from the spawn and keep an eye on this.
Geter Bang Ten.
And even being able to stabilize for a second there was a bit whiffy from 10, but coming away with a kill, at least making it a trade. Still decent.
30 seconds left.
Pro tag down, suggests swinging out, does catch Depp. Sugar Zero
Lu gila Depp namanya Depp.
left to have to be raised. The pings again are coming through. Laz is setting up these darts.
Polos bener.
Perfectly.
So good.
Soldam with the knives, feeling desperate. Can he make it happen? The answer is no. Sugar Zero says, no.
Tuh, udah nggak bisa balon.
TikTok today, good sir.
No YouTube highlights, no TikTok. I don't want to see any Instagram posts.
You're grounded.
Your Facebook is disabled tonight.
Harus minum dulu kayak.
Yeah. And I mean, like you said, like I think the dart actually was the biggest thing because Jeff's angle was so good, but then he gets spotted by one tick of the dart and he's just gone. And it's like, okay, well, your one defense on the B side is now dead due to just fantastic ability usage and timing on the push. Like the teamwork from Zeta has been really huge, and Laz has kind of been the guy, right? So
yeah,
really good stuff. 8-2. And I have this feeling, Achilles,
bisa
that
ada yang
my wish of
DFM,
having
mungkin
a
bocil
competitive match
Soldam.
might not be granted tonight.
You know, I don't know why, but
just an inkling I have.
There's always Haven. It's what I told myself in the first series, but there's always Haven.
I hope so.
This one at least is picked by DFM as opposed to the opposite way around, where T1 had it selected as sense. So there's some differences, you know. I'm right there with you.
Okay.
It's been 5 consecutive rounds from Zeta, And it's there on an eco again. Ooh, Sold Up needs to hightail the hell out of here. He re-swings!
Well, what would be the most unexpected thing? To re-swing with 20 health, I guess, through the smoke.
They'll never see this one coming.
Yeah, well, it didn't work.
No, it did not. Sprays through the smoke this time, not going to be able to find Anthem. I mean, even just the knives dumped in by Depp. He said,
Dan berhasil sama Ken. Iya di Newton.
sends him out just in case he catches somebody, and Pro catches Takajay over in mid. He's now in a bit of a sticky situation. He's being pinched.
Yeah.
But they need to clear him simultaneously, or Raider could just do that.
Okay, nice shot. They will be cleared out though. No,
Kocak si Depp kiri kanan mulu nih kayak main PB.
Still alive, so I mean, there is a small chance that they make this happen.
I think you just maybe try to get the rifles.
Alhamdulillah.
Save him. Just run away. Don't give him anything else. Laz is on pace for another Hunter's Fury.
Oh no.
And he could technically get it in the last round if he finds a couple kills here.
Para dulu. Oke.
One, but they will be cleaned up.
Sepertinya hari ini full 2-0 looks like it.
Will pick up a 9th round and take the guns out of the hands.
Ya pokoknya kalau match DFM yang ngantuk kita map 1 aja guys ya. Gimana? Biar gua taraweh cepet terus kita nyobain game baru. Besok ada yang main ada Talon sama itu. Sama itu.
Really matters at this point. The economy
Monjet.
became unbreakable. And right now Zeta
game apa ditunggu aja nanti habis taraweh.
Buy round, final buy round in the half for detonation. How this goes, Zeta could be looking at a 10-2 half.
Standing ahead.
It's feeling pretty likely, but let's see. DFM have the full buy here, so one last shot before the half.
Kejutan DFM di map 2, hah.
It always starts with one, as a wise man once said. Here on this very desk, actually, many times. Either way, they got to get this one, and maybe, you know, they can have some hope in a 9-3 curse, or maybe it gets them some momentum to try to get things moving along. But so far, DFM have looked mostly lost. Zeta have been taking advantage of that at every turn.
Midnya dilepas mulu ya.
I mean, you say it all starts with one. I think Zeta is saying there can be only one when it comes down to well-performing Japanese representatives. We'll see, though. Looking for the aggro swing out. Cloudburst blocking them off. Some blind spray through, desperately hoping for something. No kills found. They will take Crow to 60.
Ulti sama si Anthem.
But Anthem's at 75 and Soldum's at 77. So widely more damage dealt. And now it's looking like
langsung ulti nih.
Maybe
Enak ulti nggak sih? Initiating.
Of 10 avoids this. And they're applying pressure to A. They have fully gotten
my god.
Over.
Kepaksa rotate, kocak. Lah.
Everybody else is moving through. And they're going to know that this is completely open.
Yeah.
Lol.
Finally susses it out. The rotation's concerned. But this might be far too late.
So not only did DFM not get a big round yet, they also got completely fooled on the rotation.
Initiating ntar lagi nih.
Total control of this.
Yeah.
They need to kill for Suggest right now. He needs to be able to find something, get a lockdown once they wait this one out.
Bayi tuh.
They will have time to try to get in and pull off this.
Nice.
Pull off this defuse, but Depp
enak Bang Depp.
3 kills and everything that I just said went flying out the window.
One last
ketampar tuh.
Flawless to end out the half as Zeta are really digging into them now. 10-2 as we go to the half. You need this pistol round or it might just be lights out for Ascent.
Si Soldam sih ya dapat-dapat aja.
I'll be honest, I think it's lights out regardless of if they win this pistol round. There is such a delta right now in the scoreline and just in what we're seeing that it's hard to imagine that Zeta could let this slip away from them. I'm hoping to see that pistol round go the way of Nation. They'll run this back, make this a good, honest map of Valorant. Don't just go out of here without really throwing any punches. Show us a bit more. Because even in some of the close rounds that they lost, that Nation, a lot of that was because it wasn't because they were, getting clutched on or anything like that. They were never really put in that situation. So it hasn't really been the case where it's like, we could have won that round. We should have won that one. It was so close.
Rekomen game horror baru apa? Surrounded. Surrounded.
Zeta has been hunting.
Wah itu udah keluar apa belum ya? Gue lupa.
I can't read what that says.
Surrounded.
I was gonna say our little graphic was blocking out the
could have said anything. I mean, you never know. Graphic was blocked.
Always good. No, to see some fans stopping by.
Dulu ada yang bilang hierarki bakal stres dulu, tau aja ada yang lebih badut lagi. Wow, grill.
Either way. We finally got radios back into this.
Soldam, you get out here and don't leave. I mean, if there has been one member, he has had the most highlighty moments. As you were saying, Achilles, I don't think it really matters too much. I mean, maybe you could look towards that, you know, for the next map, for future matches for DFM. Maybe you see more of Soldam because of the performance, but it does feel a little bit like Team Diff, where Zeta are very prepared, their pushes are extremely crisp,
Anjir,
and are kind of just like falling apart as we were
let's go
watching.
Zeta, iya Zeta.
Has not been super great, but it all starts with one.
Let's go fast dia Zeta, ada nggak ya?
You know, one round is the beginning of a comeback.
Yeah, it can be.
Can't
By the way,
start a comeback without one round.
I don't remember when it was that we mentioned it, but Laz still has not died again. He still only has
Zeta
2
kalau menang
deaths.
hashtag 3 emang iya.
We'll see how that holds up.
At least 3 or 4 rounds ago.
Iya.
He's only added 2 kills, but still.
4. Iya 3 bener.
Maybe an extra assist in there as well. Anthem is going to be chucking that fragment out right off the rip. Go across to block vision over at Cat. Okay, well, Depp spotting them. Still finds himself in a rough position.
Molly apaan tuh? Gagal.
The opening kill. Crow answering back, however, finds one, sends out a pop flash. Push
Wih.
in. Akaji and Soldam.
Si Soldam boleh-boleh.
12 kills and Laz, okay, will suffer his 3rd death, but not before taking down 2.
Dua-duanya sekarat sih. Masa kalah sih dua-duanya sekarat guys ya.
The spikes, so they gotta use a smoke to pick it up, and I mean they're gonna get this plant down, which is nice. But 10 and Sugar Zero will push through, and let's see how this one goes as they both only have classics. Not too unexpected, but let's see if they can actually pick up these kills. Only, you know, a couple of shots on one and one shot onto the other would do it, as there is the couple of shots. There's the one. Sugar Zero picks it up, and that's pistol round for Zeta.
I think it's GG already, boh.
Yeah, that's one round to the beginning.
Gimana sebelum GG like-nya 400-in dulu adik-adik. Dikit lagi kagok.
Kind of streak we can also talk about.
Yeah. So now 100% pistol win for Zetas thus far. We'll see how that evolves on map 2, but I mean, Laz has just been from where he was looking so uncomfortable previously. He just looks right at home at the moment, and it's good to see.
Yeah, they look really comfortable there on the side of Zeta, and would be really nice for them if they can end this one 13-2, get one of the most dominant maps we've seen so far, and try to go from there into the next one.
Anjay, entry Jet DBangkongS.
Going to be trying to push on through. As taking a bunch of damage as they do exactly that. Immediately just trying to fill around the site.
Anjir
Kills as the distraction actually works out. Flash comes down here, but suggests
Lu sajam, bro. Wah.
All of a sudden, okay,
main tele-tele aja. Ya dapat sih.
This is getting more interesting now.
Cuman sayang aja.
Temen-temen
lu backup.
Laz would prefer, but let's see if
Ini
he's
kalau
got it
diklat sama Laz sih lucu nih.
Hasn't noticed any movement yet. Soldam just
Sampai diklat gitu ya.
on the verge
Lucu
of
sumpah.
swinging out behind Jen.
I think he
kelihatan tuh.
Wants to maybe drone. First has to clear that. Drone spots one. From there, does he get the read that the rest are going to be in hell? No.
Ya.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
Gak nyampe ke
Well,
atas
that was
loncatnya.
interesting to end that one, but either way,
I think you go Tawarapi, Tarawih, Pastor. Iya nih, abis ini kita Tarawih aja
very
nih.
nicely done to
Langsung
finally
matiin
get some
stream
wins.
Tarawih.
It was the
Kita
first
lanjut.
time in
Nah, Twitch-nya aja sampai error liat tuh. Jangan Bang Diki, jangan nonton lagi. Bentar lagi dibantai.
All right, a much needed win. So while it's not the pistol, the eco, it's going to be just as good, if not slightly better. Just need to have the same thing not happen to them now as they move forward. Double Bulldog, triple Spectre. Everybody able to buy up the full armor. As we can see right now, drifting over towards A. Drone to lead the way here. Rada just scouting out the front of the site. Doesn't spot anything. the actual execution play is going to be. Laz getting jumped on, but Crow out of window. Managing to save his life.
Loh.
Smoke, but the pop flash into the
Loh.
lucky to get away with that kill on the depth.
And now, I mean, Reyna is going to be able to pick up 2, and they should. I mean, this is their round to take, right? It wasn't supposed to get this messy, as Crow had a very nice timing there to poke his head out, and let's see how this one is going to go. They do have a couple of decent guns at least.
They've interrupted the plants.
Yeah.
Laz is low, but weapons recovered. A recon trying to set up for 10. With Anthem as low as he is, could try to make this work, but oh, that hurts quite a bit.
Wah, ente.
10 hits that, you start feeling a bit more confident that it's actually going to be clutchable, but Laz
bingung.
wrapped on for the flank, and Detonation will be able to go ahead and string together a second round win for the first time here on Ascent.
Finally making things a little bit more interesting in this one. There's Fury ready for the side of Reyna, so this is how a comeback starts, right? You get the one in a very unexpected manner, right? That very aggressive push after losing the pistol round, catches them off guard. You're able to win a round like this where you hold on to 3 of your guns.
Hiya, tol.
DFM crowd, very alluring, you could say. There on the camera, very nice stuff. And now, of course, we are going to have the buy from Zeta, and let's see how this one goes.
All right, another fast hit, the drop down. Really great blind across to get the reveal as well, and 10 just doesn't know which way's left, which way's right. He ends up falling. Depp and Laz struck down.
Looking good for DFM. Seperti main ranked, jebol.
DFM were fully lacking on their retakes in that first half. Seems like they're much more at home when they're the ones that can really
Karena
push
11
the
kert,
aggression.
Jeta. Iya, Jeta.
That's just going to force Crow and Sugar Zero to have to sit back, to have to save these rifles.
Ataukah ini sebuah pur.
From the side of DFM, so maybe now they are going to be the ones that get aggressive and look to take these guns out of the hands of Zeta.
Yes, aku cinta. Apa?
But not going well for them just yet. That's 2 kills for Sugar Zero as he's going to take that one. Nice flash. Comes out from Crow, giving him a better chance to smash through the wall. A bit of damage, but
Oh, cocok pakai adat apa? Wah, saatnya Seno keluar rumah malam hari lagi.
Reyna, one who does have quite a bit of cash.
Let's go, Sen. Gua temenin lagi, Sen. Lagi. Oh, lagi.
They will just play this out a little bit more cautiously. Don't want to break everybody's bank on the side of DFM, so they save 2, but it's another clean hit. Everybody goes across, gets the catch, then the dart comes in on the back end just for further reveal. And 10 just has no way in hell of trying to survive that. I mean, you can see there's 3 people tagged on as an assist to that initial opening elimination.
Rusuh ya DFM.
Done, and it's more plays like that with that level of synergy that can allow for DFM to get themselves back into this.
Yeah, now take a look at this. Zeta have 4 guys over towards the B site, with 1 over in market. Meanwhile, this full push is going to come in onto the A site, so they're going to give this one up for now. Trying to stack it a little bit. Laz not really able to hit too much.
Yeah, had he, basically impossible, but had he anticipated actually the crouch from Suggest, he might have been able to dome him, sending him just over the top of his head. Hunter's Fury going to be sent out here. Reyna looking to cut them down and at least soften up the members of Zeta before they go for this retake. Pro will find a single kill, but it looks like that's all it's going to be.
Pretty quick stuff, and you can see that they, you know, like Crow's sitting on 600 credits right before coming into this one.
Gak jelas, woi.
What a half armor.
Jeta.
He's able to get full util, so
yeah.
that's the most critical thing. So I mean, they're balancing it out decently with what they can invest to, you know, compared to how much they're going to be able to get. Because obviously, they win that round, great. They now lock in map point. They're guaranteed at least overtime if DFM go.
Cuman ditubruk-tubruk doang, anjir.
The loss bonus is enough to compensate. So they stick in with this. 3 ults to try to utilize here.
Set, pisau market ya kan.
Trot. So very aggressively from Laz.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to get 1 tag at the end of it all.
I guess he's just saying, okay, don't
Palo.
rush into A.
Don't you come here.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna shoot you if you come over here, guys.
Ben ho.
And DFM
laki belum 400, Bu.
do it, actually.
I'm gonna do it.
Gawe dulu, Bu.
You can't stop me. Let's see it. You are powerless. Gonna clear out everywhere. Laz takes
tabrak nih, tabrak. Ngeong, tabrak doang.
And Anthem is pretty low, but this site once again is going to be pretty clear to the side of Detonation Focus.
Retake nih, full retake nih ya.
Now, 5-man retake suggests alive.
Ditabrak Soldam aja nih. Gila namanya lu Soldam lu.
Shots flying.
Gila nih. Wah, ditabrak-tabrak doang, guys. Lihat tuh, guys.
Plays around it beautifully to find 3, and now Cole can come in. Yep, he's in heaven. He's detained.
Yeah.
Dead. Detonation continue to run this back.
How is this happening? Well, it all starts with
the timing si Soldado. Nah, timeout kayak.
Finally, Zeta are gonna call a timeout. They're like, whoa, okay, this has gone on for too long. How many rounds is it in a row? Is it 5?
This was it, yeah, 5 in a row.
Kenapa?
From the side of DFM.
So they waited 5 rounds to actually say, okay, well.
Kenapa Zeta?
Economy's
Zeta mau ara-ara. Iya mau.
Very many nice pushes on.
Ara-ara.
From the attacker side, Soldam another nice little highlight play. You can add that to the reels.
Great timing. Really, really good timing from Soldam. And Zeta, yeah. This might have anticipated after round 16 that would have been the case, but XQQ saying, okay, now I definitely need to pump the brakes. I'm going to burn our first time out and see if we can't just finish this, because from the pace that we were set,
Tolong
like,
Ben,
this is going to
apaan?
be a really quick map. This has been dragged out quite a bit now from the side of Detonation, but I mean, if they're able to come back into this next round, carry onward, keep it clean, and continue to have these fantastic
Kok lu tahu, Ben?
synergistic execs onto the site.
Lu kenapa sih, Astro?
Who's to say that they don't actually end up stealing this map away?
Yeah,
Lu kebanyakan gula lu ya.
Interesting now. We actually do have a real competitive map.
Kan dia temen gua.
You know, even if DFM go on to lose from here, you can say, well, they started off slow. Maybe they'll start off fast here on the second map. This is, you know, they had a rough time of it. Zeta got away with a little too many rounds in a row, so now there's going to be a chance here
Sisi leper.
to have a better chance.
Iya bang, bukan jawaban itu, iya bang. Oh kebanyakan gula, iya bang, oh iya. Bagus lah. THR Ben biar bisa member. THR. THR nanti kita taruh Discord aja kali ya. Setelan dadak kaget gak guys?
Doesn't have that. Just the turret set up to.
Dulu kita berapa orang ya? 10 ya? 10 orang ya?
Yeah.
Apa story Instagram? Oh, setelah story Instagram, Deng.
The backside of this, but oh, his attention, it gets split. Too many targets, doesn't focus on one. Now he's dead.
Yeah, and at the end of the day,
Kok gak dapet? Enggak dah.
Still a fantastic pick off here.
Gue pelit lagi pelit.
Of DFM, and now they're gonna catch 0 in mid. And that makes their push even more.
Maaf, code juga pure. Jadi cek aja Instastory. Mampus.
Blinded all the way through. As this is going to be a free entry onto the A side. At least they take out Soldam. I mean, at least they've got that. Hanging on to a Judge and a Marshal.
30 seconds left.
Let's see if they can pick off anybody, but this is looking, of course, like a DFM.
Oh, udah masuk top hour, dapat gak?
Yeah, I mean, a steal away here would be a backbreaker.
Gue baca doang, gak gue jawab.
But, I mean, again.
Iya, kodenya aja nggak nyumbang jokes ya, masih utang.
5-round win streak that they're on, now looking to make it a 6th. There's so much money that they have.
Nanti paling gue bikin story-nya pas udah di Jakarta ya.
They will just continue to buy up. They can throw bodies at this, try to take these guns away. Try to get those ult charges built up just a little bit more. But it seems like from the side of Depp and Laz, the call is widely just, okay, be silent, wait for Spike to go boom. And then we jump into the...
8 coba guys.
That is definitely the call. They're grouped up in the corner for their inevitable demise. Now they go. It's 8-11.
Comeback ini Ben, iya kah?
DFM
Yang bet DFM senang dong.
Continue to 6 in a row. Up to round 20. Didn't think we would get this far. Almost thought we'd be on to map 2 by now. But
yeah,
DFM have put an end to thoughts like that. As let's see how we go from here. If that timeout will actually help going into a bye round.
Alhamdulillah.
We'll have some more utilities, some more firepower, of course. But DFM have been really threatening on the attack.
Yeah, I like that Laz added both 6 kills and 6 deaths to his scoreline since we had first checked in on him.
Buset.
Looking to add a little bit more there.
New spot. Wop, Soldamnya nyangkut.
So while he does put Anthem down low on HP, he ends up getting swung on and
Oke, apakah ini titik match pointnya Zeta? Iya Zeta.
Stick around this side of the map, or do they tuck tail and try to go back over towards A? Just gonna play this nice and slow.
Yeah, maybe just wait here in main and look for a follow-up push. Smokes are going through, so you'd have to imagine that Zeta should be expecting this. So
kalau sudah akut, biarin aja adik-adik.
Nicely grouped up for
Emang kalau udah akut, itu biar yang profesional aja yang ini.
He's covering the angle, but let's see it.
Gonna get spotted. There's the TP. The first one cut down, but Suggest swings in. Sugar Zero, however. The CT side swings out. We'll find Rada.
Masa kalah ya kan, trip itu?
A 3v2, Anthem at 32.
Si Dep suruh acak-acak Dep. Lari ya Dep.
Should be, but let's see. The hold from the side of Detonation suggests he's going to pick up the first. And he is aggressively peeking on the two of them.
Udah dong, ayo dong.
Now it's 2v1. Anthem on 32 health. Does he have a miracle hold? He gets one.
He's got one more flash.
And he gets a second. That is two in a row.
Ngentot si Dep.
Unreal.
Wow, apa lagi tuh? Itu siapa itu? Anjay, aku juga mau. Terima kasih wow, 10.000-nya wow. Itu Cika guys ya? Ya nggak sih? Apa gue salah? Badut. Cika bener. Anjay. Si Zeta kocak.
On those comms. And they're going to go back to the tried and true push onto 8. This time Zeta seemed pretty well prepared for this.
It's heavily stacked.
Gimana nih King? King kayaknya udah murung aja nih King betannya ya. Tadi aku melihat King bet 666 on Zeta.
Try his luck again playing around this heaven smoke. We're here the window break. Oh, the timing is just slightly off.
Masa sih ditabrak lagi kalah sih? Masa ditabrak kalah lagi? Woi! 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 Nah, gitu. Susah benar.
10 HP needs to hit a miraculous timing. He's being so disciplined.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Hampir lucu lagi loh.
I kind of feel bad for them. That would have been so hype. But
ada satu pisau lagi kocak.
Round number 12 in their side.
Trot deh kan.
We will have at least overtime.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is far from finished. Unless Zeta can just go ahead and put their feet down.
Nyesel tuh nggak dibunuh, ngentot lama bener gue trigger disiplin.
Banked up here from Detonation. And yeah, it's the last place you always look.
King kodoknya hilang. Oh iya. Pantesan pakai emot YouTube.
All right, well, they did 7 in a row. Why can't they do 3 more? It's not as difficult as 7. It's a much lower number.
Biggest difference is this time Dep has an op, and he's here on A.
He's
the reveal on one.
Whoop, Dep.
Good blind though, and he gets one.
Awas! Ngalangin. Dah gitu dong. Ah, dari tadi closing susah benar. Buset. Bang iya, apa tuh nge? Wah, Bang Unge. Mau bukber. Dari tadi ya, sulit banget kayak closing. Kakak siapa tuh belakang?
But I mean, you have to give credit where it's due. An excellent attacking side from Detonation. Clearly, a lot to work on when it comes down to.
Semuanya ajak aku bukber lah.
Realistically, at the end of it all, but really good from them to be able
itu
to.
Nggak yang kerudung
Paper thin will catch my reference, but this felt like I was all the way back.
Zeta. Kita cairkan dulu.
When Solam was playing for no redemption, it felt like that again, where teams just were so attack heavy they weren't able to get round wins on that defending side on Ascent. But a good effort to make this, you know, again, a more honest, hard-fought scoreline for the side of Detonation. So 13-9 at the end of the day. it's definitely gonna suck to not be able to continue that win streak, to be able to take this into OT or even steal the map away. But they should feel pretty good overall about how
Wah,
they were able
chill,
to play this.
SMTH live chill.
For both teams, need to be tightened up on those defensive halves as we get ready to go into Haven.
Kind of makes for a fun matchup, actually. The fact that both teams are somewhat weak on defense, but also really excel on attack. You get these incredible entry plays, these set plays where you get some of these
Poin gue sisa 100.
crazy
Mam.
wins on the attacking side, these
Mam.
huge streaks for both teams.
Mam.
And yeah, we had so many highlights in this one.
Udah nih guys,
Especially just seeing
kita
the
satu
amount
map
of
aja ya.
cheering for both
Gue
teams.
biar langsung taraweh dan mencoba game baru, oke? Gimana? Setuju? Anjir lucu banget lah, sumpah gambarannya.
I mean, the fans very much engaged in this one. I think that a lot of people were
Pasti yang gambarnya juga lucu.
We'll get to go home somewhat early tonight, but it is what it
Setuju,
is, but,
oke.
after that,
Yaudah, kita udah dua adik-adik. Terima kasih yang sudah menonton PCT Pacific sore ini. Besok masih ada satu match lagi. Apalagi nih? Apalagi nih? Lagi closing, Bang.
10.000 dari L.
Jangan dong. Jangan dong. Jangan dong.
Ah, udah tahu gua siapa ini. Makasih Udination 10.000-nya. Bener gak gua? Bener gak? Bener gak gua tebak? Keluar gak lo? Nggak ada kan di live chat? Iya, bener udah. Apa Ben? Jangan sampai gue buka sosiabas nih. Yaudah, terima kasih semuanya adik-adik yang sudah menonton PCT Pacific hari ini. Kita lanjut lagi PCT-nya besok sore, satu match GM melawan Talon. Nanti malam abis tarawih kita mencoba game baru, game FPS yang pasti. Ditunggu aja, TTD semuanya, ngemot lope. Sampai jumpa nanti malam. Dadah! Tatat tarat. Yang masih live siapa guys? Di gue nggak ada semua anjir. Ya di gue nggak ada, ya udah dah. Bang Os, mana Bang Os? Di redirect-nya nggak ada.